It says we're live, so that must mean that we are live.
Right.
We're live. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. And yeah, we're gonna write stuff tonight. Gonna be writing. This is getting it written, so obviously we should do some writing. Maybe. Maybe not.
Maybe.
Maybe not. I'm not writing tonight. I will be reading because I am reading
Same.
Hopeful Scars. So um Hopeless Scars. So I will actually be doing a review on that, and it's by A.L. Williams, who's writing with us tonight. So we'll be enjoying that. I'm enjoying it so far. So alrighty, so let's go ahead and do our intros. Alec, you want to start us off?
All right. Well, I'm Alec. I write under the pen name A.L. Williams. I'm the author of Immortal Scars and Hopeless Scars that are both currently available on Amazon. And tonight I'm going to be working on Transform Scars, which is Scars 5.
Does that mean you already like finished 3 and 4?
3 right now is an alpha. 4 is I'm going to be doing my read through for my edits.
Cool. Look at you all ahead and stuff. Stop. Make me look bad and shit. Like stop. No, keep going. It's cool. Good job. Alrighty, DL.
I'm D.L. Stewart. I write adult medieval fantasy. My debut novel, The Battle for Medagore, is currently available. And tonight I will be working on Rise of Power, which is book 3 in my Medagore series.
Woohoo! Yes, I had the pleasure of reading book 1 and 2. Both very, very good. I got to Alpha book 2. Which I still will be buying a copy when it comes out because I love me some physical books and support DL, of course. And
Yep.
I have book 1, which was very good. So definitely pick up book 1 if you do not have it, and get ready for book 2. And if you are not familiar with DL and AL, DL writes fantasy, as he said. So if you're fantasy, check it out. And AL is more romance, right? I would say.
Yeah.
And
I just write all the other genres just with romance in it.
and it's definitely supporting the LGBTQ plus A
Yep.
Community. So you definitely want to check that out. So check both of them out, and they're good reads. I've read both of their works. Very, very good writers. Alrighty. So as you know, I'm also DL Tillery. I don't have any books out yet. Um, I'm looking at 2021 for my first book release. I was gonna go with a 2020 release date. We also are going Rona's roaming around, so making everybody's life harder. So yeah, I have to focus on trying to still pay for stuff to get the book ready to go. So I will be releasing it next year because I don't believe in rushing and I want to do it right. So look forward to that and updates coming, of course. So yeah.
I think we should start saying, listen, Rona. Listen.
Yeah, listen, Rona, you need to just go away.
Stop being
messing
extra.
up people's lives and stuff with your life. Like you need to go away.
You need to reevaluate your life.
Please, Rona, go away. Yeah. So yeah. So that's what I'm doing. As you guys know, I write horror, fantasy, paranormal. I like to say supernatural because I throw everything on paranormal, and I just don't roll that way. So and romance is an undertone in most cases. So that's why I like to mix it up. So let us know what you're working on tonight, what you're writing, and we would love to know that. And I have questions, of course, because we always have questions. That's what our theme is. We always like to ask questions. So we have 3 questions for tonight, and I didn't make banners because obviously I was running my mouth about Rona, so I forgot. But
Aphrodite is backstage again.
is she? Let's try again because she said she was going to try. See if she. Aphrodite, can you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yay, Aphrodite's here.
What happened to my avatar? I had a cool ass avatar.
You did have avatar, but your avatar faded. It's like you can't have everything. You can't have your avatar and your audio on your phone. Not happen. Okay. Like
I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to last because of my internet situation.
I get
but
you.
I'm gonna try.
I know. Do what you can do. That's all I can say.
Ew,
all right.
I sound terrible.
Oh, you sound fine. We can hear you. That's all we care about. Hear you. That's it. So you want to go ahead and do your introduction, Aphrodite?
Yeah. Hello everyone. I'm still alive. It's Aphrodite Lee. I don't know what else to say beyond that. Like,
She meant to tell you that you need to go buy Shattered if you don't have Shattered. If you don't have Shattered, obviously something wrong with you because you don't know when a good book's in your face. So you need
Yeah,
to go
you
to
don't have
Amazon.
Shattered. You need to reevaluate your
That means
life.
your life is shattered because you're not together.
oh no, he don't. Oh
He
my
had things.
god.
I know he has.
Really?
That.
Fucking Chase.
I'm sorry, my team Spencer
Uh,
shirt is in the wash, so as I wear it
damn.
all the time.
Y'all can't see me. I'll have mine, and Alex will have his. And so,
Yup. So we'll be
We're
wearing
about
it.
to fight, Stewie.
Fight you gonna
Bring it.
have. You're gonna be
well,
outnumbered. The only one with that.
Alec, you're gonna love me soon when you get to read Alternate Universe.
Ooh,
Glass Corridor.
ooh, Alec.
Mhm.
Oh my God, Alec, you're not ready.
What?
Alternate universe, you're gonna love it.
Now I'm just excited.
You should be excited.
Stewie gonna love it too because it's got a whole bunch of madness,
Listen,
and
Alec,
he get to
gonna
be
be
a
happy.
lawyer.
Good.
But yeah, I'm not even gonna spoil any of it for y'all. Alternate Universe is off the hook.
Is off the hook. I'm so glad she decided to do that. I'm excited. Tiffany, hi Tiffany. Thanks for joining. I know you were writing before we even got here. You were waiting for a while. Thank you for waiting for us too. You are working on what's this? How do you say that? I know it looks like Freya, but is it
Freya.
Freya? Because I see a J in it. So
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Okay. So Freya through the ages.
that's one of the
The
traditional
title,
spellings of
which
Freya.
is okay. Because I've never seen that version of the spelling. So that's why I was like, wait. I make sure I'm saying this right. Wait. Okay. Which is a historical his fantasy. Nice. Love it. Hey Leora, thanks for joining us.
Yay.
So yeah, that's what everyone's working on. And what are you working on tonight, Aphrodite? Are you gonna write anything? Are you gonna chill? What's happening?
I can't do anything because I have to hold the phone and
That's the
try to
truth.
do this with you all. It's so screwed up. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get internet, man. Pray
Um,
for me. Pray for me.
we
I
are.
feel so like I'm already alone because I'm on isolation and all the other good shit.
I know.
But then I'm also cut off virtually too. So
Really.
I'm literally in my apartment by myself for weeks and weeks now. I'm on week 3 with no humans whatsoever, virtually or otherwise.
Yeah.
And I don't have music or TV or nothing.
Ooh,
So I
it really
mean,
sucks. It's super boring.
I'm just and like and I'm not as so much bored as I'm just really sad because
Yeah.
like I can't y'all know I can't see. I say it all the time, but it really is true. So I can't even like, hey, I'm gonna catch up on some reading because I can't see well enough to do that. And then I'm started working on my art stuff. I don't know how good I'm doing because I can't see. And
What
so
you showed us, I thought
so
it
I'm
was
like
really good.
Well, that one you
and
posted on
I'm so
Instagram was fabulous.
rusty.
I know, right?
But but you don't know, like I'm so rusty, like I haven't drawn anything in a year. So then I said, well, let me at least try to do this, and then, oh my goodness, I'm just driving myself crazy.
Well,
So I can't. I just got to get internet.
I know. Hopefully it'll be coming
I
soon.
That's all I need.
I
That's
hope
all I
so.
need.
Leora said I'm hopping between book 1 and book 2 of Witches and Demons. It's kind of all connected, basically. I have writing to do. Yeah. Tiffany said, "Oh, yeah." She talked to you after that. She said, "Damn, what do you do with yourself?" Yeah, I know that's right.
I mean, I really, I honestly, I can't lie. Like, I ain't trying to depress everybody, but my situation is kind of really grim. Like, I literally was in bed for like 14 hours, and I told myself, get up. You're gonna make yourself even more sick. You don't want to go into anxiety stuff. You don't want to have panic attacks. You don't want to do this to yourself. Get up. But then I look like when I like I'll do a little bit of stuff on the phone because it's hard for me. My son gave me this phone
I just can't see
because
it.
he knew I couldn't because he knew I didn't have internet, so he gave me this phone. But I still limited on this phone of what I can do.
Sure.
So I just been so sad. I knew I was gonna be okay when I lost my internet because I was like, I have a laptop, I can go to like McDonald's and get on the internet. It wasn't a
Yeah.
big deal.
Well,
And then Corona, she came around and was like, no, you can't.
yeah, Rona,
and
everybody.
and the really fucked up thing was like my internet got turned off like 3 or 4 days before the whole mandatory where you couldn't shut stuff off.
Of
I
course.
just missed that window, of course.
Oh, such a pain. Fucking-
So it's been hard, especially not being able to see like my son or my grandson.
Yes, you can. You gotta be quarantined. Definitely with
Yeah,
my conditions. You can't play that.
and my
I saw
doctor
people
now.
acting all weird today because me and my mom went out and I made us face masks, right? Finally, we weren't wearing any. So when we go in markets, because that's mostly where we would only catch it from because we go to work and we come home. Well, I go to work and come home. So when we go out, it's just to the store. She stays in the vehicle most of the time. So still though, like that's the only place I could get it from. So we made face masks, and of course, you know me with my sewing machine. So I made us some, and you should see the people in the Dollar General and they were looking like, "What are you wearing there?" Like,
See me, I'd have been like, "Girl, where you get that?"
right? No, we live in Carroll County. We didn't get that. We the brown people wearing face masks anyway.
Uh,
So we already get looks.
The brown people wearing face masks. That needs to be like something.
no,
It's a
no.
thing.
So y'all basically
I mean,
bandits.
y'all, we banned this. Well, of course, make sure we ain't wear no hats because then we might have got arrested. Okay, but even though Rona's roaming around, everybody acting like it's weird to wear a face mask. I'm like, you guys need to get with the program. In Asia, when flu season come around, everybody wears face masks. Just people in America just not hip to it, but you know they clean in Japan too. So there's that.
I'm gonna make the coolest damn like kabuki mask. Y'all don't know?
I'm working on a few. I'm gonna do all black. And I'm going to do Harry Potter ones. I have Harry Potter 100% cotton. I'll do Harry Potter, and some other ones. You know me, I'm probably going to make me a goth one too. Why not? Right?
You should make me one like inspired by my book.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
I do a print.
straight up. I'm gonna be straight up Japan culture all next year. Okay.
That's right. I'm gonna pull up my golf stuff and just make me a golf one with spikes on it and shit. Why not?
Oh, you're gonna love book 5 because both of them are Asian. The main characters, one's Chinese, well, half Chinese, and the other one's half Korean.
Oh no, stop it, Korean man.
And there's lingerie, specifically male lingerie.
Oh look at you! I knew you would come out with some lingerie.
Stewie, why you got that shirt all propped up higher than normal?
Because he wants you to see. What? He said what?
He's an instigator right now.
It is on normally. I'm leaning back in my chair. If I sit up, it's like this. Lean back in my chair.
Yes.
I can't read it. I can't read it, but I know what it says.
Leora.
Oh yeah, you sent it to me.
Leora was saying to you, Aphrodite, about audiobook, but you can't do anything that's online. So unless you already have,
I can't. Yeah, if I don't have any audiobooks.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I only have one audiobook. And I already listened to it twice.
Tiffany said you can message on Facebook or you can talk on the phone. So if you want to talk,
I can't do that often. That's the thing. Yeah. I can't do a lot of stuff on the phone.
True, because reasons. But you can
probably
could call. You got each other's number.
Yeah, call me. You can call me. I can answer the phone.
This is true. Yeah.
Good to know.
Leora, yeah, I am on Twitter actually. I got a good amount of followers on Twitter. That's shocking. I have my link to Twitter in the description if you want it. I'm under Arthur D. Artillery everywhere, so you can find me that way.
Yeah, I'm under my name always, so you can find me anywhere in the universe.
Yeah, we're all on all the social medias and usually under whatever our author tags are. So I'm
there's a meme on Facebook that I posted that says single taken and then it says essential. So I'm essential everywhere. That's what I said.
I think the only place is not just my name is Instagram, and it says author Aphrodite Lee. So still,
yeah, you still find her though. But yeah, so yeah, I'm on Twitter. Actually, I think I got about 1,200 followers or something like that on Twitter. I did better on Twitter than I did on Instagram. But yeah, I don't.
I had my Instagram. It's so crazy. I had the Instagram for years, and I didn't use it until right before. I think I started using it in October.
Yeah,
you have the first time I used it.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to use it, to be honest. I have my Twitter account for, I think this is year 11, but I didn't start using it until I built my AuthorTube channel. So it went from like the 12 people I knew in real life to the 1,000 people that are now like Twitter followers. That was quick. That was quick, but I never used it because I was like, what is this Twitter thing everybody's talking about? And my friend was like, sign up for it. Sign up for it. I was like, whatever.
All right, cool. You found it. Awesome. All right, so let's do the first question of the night. The discussion tonight for the topic is the heart of a writer. So question number 1 is: do you or have you ever gotten attached to a character you wrote? As in, did you have an emotional issue with killing them? We know DL did not, or giving them hardships. So if you did have characters like that, and that's an example, it could be anything that made you give you issues emotionally, whatever kind of emotion that, whether you hated them, whether you enjoyed killing them, but did they ever give you, were you attached to them? Because you can still be attached to someone and hate them. Like I hate this character, but I'm attached to having them around because I hate them so much, But
And you can still be attached to them and kill them. Because,
right,
hey, I kill a bitch quick.
Girl, me too. But I'll be like, I really like this character attachment, but you got to die. So that type of thing. So let us know in the comments. You want to answer that question? Who wants to grab that first out of us 4?
I think the killer over there in the black shirt.
Yeah, I mean, his gonna probably be pretty simple.
His answer is no.
Come on, like I don't get attached to nobody. I kill you. I just broke you. You dead 2 minutes later.
Yep.
So I didn't have. I just be like, I'm gonna answer for DL. I already knew when I wrote that question. I was like, I don't know why I'm even gonna ask DL this question because we already know he'll kill motherfucker 2 minutes.
Yeah, DL's sitting there creating his character. She's like, I brought you into this world. I'll take you out of it.
Like I say, everybody's got to die. Might as well do it on the page.
I tell you, I don't even know what to say. I'll answer. It's not so much that I have a hard time killing characters because I do get attached, and I'm attached to all of them like they live in my apartment. But I always know way ahead of time that I'm just gonna be slicing and dicing, and I know it's gonna be people who are reading who get emotionally attached. And then I'm like, oh wow, they're gonna cry so hard because I'm killing this motherfucker. But I don't have a lot of stories where people have to get killed.
Right.
So I don't. So with the exception of the one that I'm currently writing, but it's a war, and even then, it's like, what do you call it? Casualties of war, as opposed to the ones who kind of have plot armor, for lack of a better term. The main characters aren't
plot armor in
DL
stories. But.
Yeah, no, they don't. But
you don't even know.
I guess it's hard, but it's not hard. And I know that sounds like a cop out. But it's hard to do. It's just hard because you think like, you're emotionally attached and you're killing somebody off. They are gone. This ain't they coming back later on. They're gone. So it's hard to think about the characters.
In the ground?
But it's not hard for me to stick to the damn plot. Like if you gotta die, you gotta die.
Sure, if it happens, it happens. But yeah. How about you, Al?
I will kill anyone if it's necessary. I don't care.
But you're gonna kill them like the best way to die.
Yep.
My favorite way to kill somebody is like to make you think that they're not gonna. They're dying, but then you think, oh my god, there's some hope, and then they die.
I love that. I really do.
I am an asshole when it comes down to. I am George R.R. Martin's little girl.
I'm an asshole when it comes to abuse, not necessarily death, but just abuse in life. I'm an asshole.
I was explaining to the people at my film crew when we were filming. Not filming. Excuse me. When we were auditioning for the boys to play for Shattered, and I was explaining to them that. Well, this one does this and this happens to this because you kind of want them to get into their character.
Mm-hmm.
And the other directors were just laughing and they were like, nah, don't listen to her because you ain't even really got no part. You only gonna last for this amount of time because you dead. And I was just like, okay, y'all, come on now. Let's have this. But look, I'm so emotional right now. Forgive me. I'm like losing all train of thought.
You good, don't worry.
So
myself, I've gotten attached to characters, but that did not stop me from killing them. Of course.
She's like, the more I love you, the more likely you're going to die.
You could die. I write horror, so I don't really get attached too much to my characters in horror because they're probably going to die. I rarely write horror where everyone lives. There's going to be deaths for sure, lots of deaths. The main character could die, especially in my horror stuff. But when I mix my fantasy and horror and whatever, or supernatural and horror stuff like that, then you could live. But again, I may be more attached to those characters. And the story develops where you need to die, and like, or everyone needs to die, then that's what's going to happen. So I'm attached. I can be attached emotionally, but I still will kill you. So that's kind of like me in a relationship. If I'm in a relationship with you, and
I'm gonna kill you.
Wow.
That
went dark really quick.
I am dark. I don't know. I pull a knife out of my hair, but no. I mean, I could be attached emotionally, and I could cut it off. I could cut the relationship off. Like if something's not going right, and I feel that it's best to end it. Even I am emotionally involved, that does not mean that I won't cut you off. So
that's the fire sign of you, because I'll be like,
yeah. I mean, I can love you, but if you're not doing me good. I mean, because some people are like they're in love with somebody that they can't let go of it even when it's bad. You know what I mean?
I'm the opposite.
Right.
I could let go of you even if I love you. Like
right, like you know. I mean, I was that.
Nope.
Even though I didn't date a lot of dudes, I really didn't. Like you can count the guys that I dated probably on one hand and one, like 6 dudes my whole life. Okay, one hand and one.
Let's not go there.
That's not. You don't go there, Alec. You don't go there. All of us are gonna go there when it's just you by yourself.
I could build a continent.
Oh my god! But yeah. That being said, even in that case, like I was the girl that was like, okay, I'm dating a guy. Usually, I only dated one guy at a time. That kind of was just my thing. So, but if I told you at the beginning, like, no, I felt this out. This is not going to be something that's going to last. Like, and if you cool with that, when I tell you that, but I don't do that sharing thing either, though. So if you with me, time you with me, I don't do that sharing stuff because first off, if you're not just paying me attention, no, we're not going to do this anyway, okay? Because I don't do that sharing stuff.
I'm over here like just all of you just pile on top of me.
No, wait a minute, Alec, that's different.
You see?
If everybody is like tasting you, that's different.
Right.
She's talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sharing with somebody else. Now, I'm not against poly relationships or people who do poly relationships or whatever. Not fine. I'm fine with that as long as everybody knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
For instance of, I mean, I can understand a poly in a way. I can understand that. What I'm talking about is like, don't be like, oh, we dating. Yeah, we dating. That means we in a relationship. And if I tell you at the beginning, I don't play that. I tell you right at the beginning, like, you can't date nobody else when you with me. Because if that's the case, if that's what you into, you can not be with me. I'm good. Bye.
Yeah, I'm that person who'll be like, listen, like, even though I'm poly, I'll just be like, listen, you date someone, this is what you need to do. Like, there's still rules.
There are rules. Follow. But I'm saying poly, I can get. Now, when you talk about the other thing that's not poly and somebody just going to go off and do it, I don't believe in that open dating, because at first you feel each other out, that's one thing, but once you spoke about
but dating, like if you're just dating or you're doing that preliminary feeling your stuff out, like I might, and I'm not saying I've done this, I'm just saying I might date 2 or 3 people, then but when we decide that we are exclusive,
I never did that. I never did that. I don't do that, because what I do is I scope out. I know. I'm the instigator. I'm the instigator in most cases. Most guys, look, I'm intimidating. So in most cases, if the guy's like, even okay, if I'm interested in you, you will know. So I don't need you to be like, oh, I gotta come say something to you. No, because if I'm interested, you gonna know anyway. Because I'm not going like, oh, I'm not gonna say nothing. That's not me. So
yeah, but I can see going on like Tinder dates and feeling people out.
No, listen, I don't do that. I don't do that.
I was just using that as an example.
Don't do that.
As going out
no, but yeah, I won't do that. I never done that. Don't do that.
Eyes got all big, like what? No,
girl, no. So I scope out. So that means when I scope the guy out, I know that's the guy I want. So I want you. So this is what's going to happen. Now,
she's like, this is what's going to happen, and you're going.
No, here she is.
I know who the dumbass is.
Let me talk to you for a minute. This is the net on a date. She done investigated this man for 3 months.
Oh, guys, the question, that's what the question was again. The question again is why I went off on a tangent. Is do you have or have you gotten attached to a character you wrote? As in, did you have an emotional issue with killing them or giving them hardships, or maybe you enjoyed killing them? Whatever the emotion was. But yeah, go ahead, Aphrodite.
So she's like, hey, June Lee soon, come here for a minute. Right. So what is happening right now is I have decided that me and you are dating. So here are the rules.
And then he's just like at the end of it, yes, daddy.
What's your name again?
Oh no, he knew my name.
Jeanette.
Oh no,
he'll know.
Jeanette.
Oh no, he knew my name. Okay, if I'm talking
And
to
I
him,
expect
he knew my name.
and look, and she like, and I expect the French proper pronunciation of my name.
I do.
Jeanette.
You can call me Danny. Everyone thinks that's
Let's go.
apparently. I don't know why, but they do.
So
You can call me Danny. That's cool too. They
And
think you
you're
to
to
it because I'm in
focus on
charge.
me from this time to this time,
Yeah, I'm
looking
glad.
at me.
No, Alec adds to Hoochie. This Alec. Hi. The other person say hi. And then that's it. That's
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
No,
I
first I look inside their pants though, because we got to make it worth it.
I have to say that when I did my
can't.
scoping and I scoped out, I've never had a problem with size, except for one time, and I knew that was going to be the case before I scoped. So, yeah.
Usually, did you say size?
Yeah, size.
Oh my lord!
I just said size. What's a word?
Size matters.
I never had a problem. I never had a problem. I always had got lucky, I should say, because
I've had the
I can't
vending machine.
Neither one of y'all right now.
Random. I've tried all types. Taste the rainbow.
I would say I never had under 7, but mostly I've had.
I'm not with y'all right now.
I've had anywhere from 3 to 12.
3?
Yep.
12
wasn't even worth it, but yep.
Okay.
God, that hurt.
Okay. Well, I've had 11 to 12, but I'm just saying the average was 10 though.
Yeah, average.
I stuck with the 12, not because of the size. I'm just saying. Anyway, all right. So if anybody else want to answer that first question, we're gonna go ahead and jump on our first sprint. It's only 15 minutes, and you can let us know your numbers when we get back, and you can also let us know what you're writing if you did not tell us what you're writing and working on tonight. So we're gonna go ahead.
If I fall out, please pull me back in.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll keep a lookout for you to be floating down there at the bottom.
It still doesn't have a lot of juice, so. It might, because I'm already doing the
sprinting. Yeah, we're sprinting now, Leora. So 15 minutes. So we will see you at 8:45. Happy writing. See you soon.
Oh my God, y'all are so nasty.
Please, I was censoring myself. What are you talking about? You know I was super sensitive.
Hey, I was actually censoring myself. I could get worse,
Oh Lord.
I ain't a word for what I could get. Y'all know me.
Yep.
Y'all think y'all know me, but y'all know. Y'all learned a little bit just now, but you don't know.
Okay, spread.
And that's time.
I don't think y'all can hear me, can you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, good,
Stop.
because it had died for a minute,
Yeah, I saw.
and then I got completely booted out.
Good. You got back in, so we're good. I'm gonna go back and read chat for the people who answered the question with all me going off on a tangent. So there's that. Um, let's see.
Oh, my
Okay.
picture worked. Okay, it worked
Yeah,
that
it worked
time.
this time. Yep. Leora answering the first question. At first, my main villain was supposed to die in book 1. He did in my zeroth draft. But as the world grew and the concept of the book developed, I realized that it just didn't fit. Leto started out as an antagonist, and the more I liked him, the more he became a protagonist.
That happens. Why you're right.
That can happen. This is true. This happened to me with a villain in the story I wrote in high school. I couldn't kill him even though he was supposed to die. Hey, that's what I mean. It happens. Doesn't happen in DL's world, but I mean, it happens to other people.
People that ain't supposed to die.
Arthur Conan
DL,
is my favorite.
no, DL's book is a death note. Your name get written in one of his books, you you out.
And thanks for joining, Jenna. Hi. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, Leora said I got 203 words. Good job. Got a scene going. Cool. Good means.
Oh, cool. I was troubleshooting.
Yeah. I finished a chapter reading AL's book.
Whoa. I wrote 94 words because there's a friend messaging me about trans stuff.
Cool. Tiffany said I got about half a page written. Cool. Good job. Getting stuff written. All right, let's do question number 2. Let me pull that up. No. All right, so question number 2 tonight is: do you use any people from your real life in your fiction worlds?
Can y'all still hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. You want to go first?
Y'all are. I can't hear y'all. It's going in and out.
It's probably a signal. It's probably going to drop you real soon. So,
okay, I can hear you now.
no, okay, cool.
Nope.
Oh.
And there she goes.
Yeah, I figured that was coming. So, you guys heard the second question. So, if you want to answer, AL, you can go first.
I don't specifically use anyone from my real life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it did work out that a lot of my characters ended up sharing qualities with people I already know, and also names, but it wasn't on purpose. What I do is that my characters represent experiences that I've had.
Okay, cool. That works too. Like that. And we can hear you, Aphrodite. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
I can't really hear y'all.
Okay. It's one way or the other. It might drop you because of that. So, all right, DL.
I don't really use people from real life in my fictional stories. I mean, obviously with my memoir, I do, but that's just because I kind of have to. But yeah,
kind of have to because of the memoir.
I know I have a character I kind of named after one of my friends, like not directly named, but kind of like an alter.
Yeah.
Order, type order.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
I didn't get to hear the question because it was going in and out.
This question number 2: do you use any people from your real life in your fictional worlds?
Not usually.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't hold true for my I shouldn't say for the Glass Quarter trilogy, but for Shattered, I used a lot of people like bases and then fictionalize them. But as a whole, I don't. For like anything else in my stuff, I don't do that. That's not to mean that someone doesn't inspire you or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like basing characters on real people that only actually happen in Shattered.
Cool. Yeah. I would say for myself, I haven't. Usually my ideas just come out of wherever they come from. Um, though I do have a book that I am on my back burner that I'm writing that will have people based off people from my real life because it's about a whole like a female main lead and the guys that she dates throughout the story. So I'm
Oh,
using the guys I
cool.
dated. So
That's gonna be fun. I like
one of
that
them
one.
does die. So you can probably feel that's the one I didn't like at all. So
Wow.
you gonna get killed in my book.
Now I
That's
did take
legal.
a
I'm just saying.
story. I, I have a story called Five Deep
Mm-hmm.
where it wasn't necessarily based after the people exactly, but it
Mm-hmm.
was it was five of my friends, or rather four of my friends and myself, and it was like significant little things that happened to us that was funny, that I took those little stories and then I made it into called Five Deep. And
Mm-hmm.
like for instance, my one friend, which this wasn't funny, but my one friend, her she has a son and he has special needs. He has cerebral palsy, so he can't really be left alone. And so, but she has to work. So she had let this woman take care of him, and as far as she knew, this boy, he was being treated like gold. But at one point, he was telling her he didn't want to go with her anymore, and she didn't understand why,
Mm-hmm.
because he was clean, she'd even had him out in the sun. He was like getting some suntan and the whole nine. And come to find out, someone had told her that they saw this woman out begging for money, and she was using this girl's son in a wheelchair out in the world begging people for money to get help for her son, is what she was saying. And she had him
Wow.
out there like holding a sign talking about we're homeless and all this other stuff, totally scamming people. Mind you, she had other kids that she was babysitting.
She must have been doing that shit
Also,
for a
so she
while.
had plenty of money and she had a husband and a home. She was just out scamming people. Like that was her thing. And so
Dude.
now you see how unfunny that is, right?
Yeah.
Well, my friend, being my friend, she was like, I don't believe it. So because this person was just really super nice. So she decided to go with another friend and do a drive by to see if her child really was out on a corner. And she saw her son sitting in the wheelchair out in the sun holding the damn sign. And she didn't even let the car stop. She jumped out the car while
Feel
the
like my
car
mom
was
while
moving.
moving.
And then now, see, that's the part why she was telling me that I was laughing, because I said I see her because I know her. She jumped out the car, like leaped in the air, like Avenger style, and beat the crap out this girl in the corner. And so, now she was angry. That was a bad thing. But as I was trying to picture that as filming it, and I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna use this.
Yeah, real good.
I'm gonna
That
use
moving,
this
jumping out the car,
because
wasn't moving.
people gonna watch that and die laughing at this girl jumping out the car and just landing on this heifer and beating her down." So I said, and then I had four other stories, including one of mine, that was not funny that I wanted to turn funny,
Right.
and that's how I wrote Five Deep. But it
Oh.
really, it trust me, I did a lot of twist on that crap so that it's not, so that it is funny. Let's just put it that way. Cause
Nice.
all of the situations that it's in Five Deep. That's why I called it Five Deep,
Mm-hmm.
because they were deep. But I wanted to make it. I wanted to flip it so anybody watching it wouldn't be like crying their eyes out.
Oh yeah, of course. But yeah,
And
you never
somebody in
know.
that
Might
one,
be
of course,
crying. But yeah, that sounds yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, so you
I
can,
can't wait for y'all to read that.
I mean, in some cases we can use people from our real life. But
Hmm.
yeah, so let me see if anybody else answered the
And they all know
question.
about it. They know about it because it's their little one little story.
Mm-hmm.
So they know that I'm writing this, and they're just dying laughing at what I did with it.
Nice. See, Tiffany said in this book I do. It's based on my escapism fantasy. So yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. Leroy
But
said,
do you mean as a whole? Do you do it though? Because I'm sure everybody has done it. But you mean as a whole, like is that
I
your
just
skill
mean
level
like
kind of
if
thing?
you've done it, not everybody hasn't. Some people won't do that, but you know what I'm saying. I was just saying if like who does that. Some people do, some don't. So I don't know. Leroy
Right.
said I have characters that are inspired by people, IRL, but no actual people. Uh, pardon me. Also, over time, the characters grow apart from their inspirations. Okay, that happens.
Yep, they do. That's exactly true.
I'm just gonna tell you right now that one I'm writing with the boyfriends in it. Yeah, they're gonna be them for sure. They don't have the same names, but they're gonna be like the same race and they're gonna have the same personality. So I'm just saying it's gonna be. It's on purpose. Like that's why
But
on purpose.
right. Well, see, I did that with definitely with Chase, like what Leora said about growing apart.
Yeah.
The character Chase, F you Stewie, is based after somebody that I know in
Fucking
real life.
Chase.
But listen to me, Alec and Stewie and Danny. Chase is a way
Oh, I
greater
know. He
guy
told me.
than the person he is based
Based
after.
off of. Yeah, he's a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he definitely grew way apart from
from him
the
because
Chase in the
he
book.
has
So
no redeeming
anybody,
qualities, and Chase does have some. So
yeah. So it definitely, and initially that wasn't my goal. My goal was to just make him this evil person based off this evil person I knew. But I didn't do that in the book. Like he did grow and become and move apart, like Leora said. So it does happen. Even with the inspiration of somebody in real life, it will definitely fictionalize, and it did.
yeah.
Chase don't exist.
So there's that. Like yeah, it definitely changed. But you plan something. I guess it does not. But I will tell you what won't happen. The one that's going to be dying in the book. Guess what? There is no possibility for her to end up with him because there's no way I would even allow that. Even writing tried to do that. That's not happening because if the female lead is even based off of me loosely, it's no way she put up with that mess. Okay.
Right? See, with me, my characters are extreme versions of what I went through, so they do stand apart from what actually happened. Like, crazy, evil, naked lady running around, obviously. It's not anything I've done, so.
Yeah, you keep saying that, Alec. I don't know.
Listen,
okay.
I have my
I believe
limit.
you ran around naked out someplace.
If I had a nicer body, I'd be naked all the time.
Oh, I guess we better watch out.
Oh, please. Oh, please. I'm naked now. I don't play
Guys,
that.
when I get my
got
nice
dressed just
body,
for the
I'm in my
stream.
house.
How we know you all dressed? You could be just wearing Team Chase shirt. We don't know what's going on down there.
We don't know.
I got up and walked off before I go, so I got pants on.
You sat down. We don't know what happened after that.
Yeah, I wasn't wearing. I was just in my boxers before the stream. I was like, I gotta get dressed. I was like,
yeah, I gotta get
right.
I gotta get dressed.
I usually like those YouTube people to forget.
I don't know if you guys saw that video that I
no,
posted with that guy with the back dimples dancing, the sexy one. That's gonna be me on Facebook Live, just randomly dancing.
I'll teach you.
I
I'll
have
teach you
a
to move.
YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel where 95% of the time I'm naked, and I'm just talking like it's like a vlog channel. And hell yeah, I don't wear no clothes unless I have to.
I feel that.
Yep.
That's what I do with a lot of my videos that I upload on like Mondays or whatever. Some of them I'm just wearing a shirt. It's because I'm sad that we can't see anything else. So.
I mean, I am
right?
clothes because I live with my mother, but I never wear underwear unless I leave the house. So.
I used to be commando girl.
I got one video.
That was my life, commando.
I love going commando.
I got one video that was like
easy
as
to get
soon
to.
as I put it up,
Yep.
it got like 14,000 hits because I was nude. Like it was like I don't give a fuck.
She could be naked all over the place.
I just need a kill.
Don't be shy about your body. I'm just saying. And I'm
just
not
lift that
telling
up a little
bit. Channels or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna find it. It is not my real name.
Look at you. Some things take a life of their own. James Robert Brown. Yes, this is true. I like that. And Leora said, my problem is the villains are all some distorted version of my dad. That happens, see? Taking people from real life and all that.
Oh, that's cool.
What? I have most of my stories are female leads. Not all of them, because I got some male leads. But even the ones that are male leads, they're still little pieces of me. So I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
I get that.
Every character, villain or protagonist, doesn't matter. They're all a little bit me.
Yeah, that can't be helped. No, I would definitely have to say that.
Even
probably a little bit
even
of me.
the ones I don't like, Got still little pieces of me.
Like Baron, you're a little slut. Underneath all that.
Well, we know that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she be cute all she wants to,
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I can't hear y'all again.
Oh,
I don't even know
but
what y'all
good. We
saying.
talking about you, so good.
yeah.
So she be writing out erotica and stuff. Even if she didn't do
Wait,
something,
I'm gonna see if I can fix.
Look,
I'm gonna
Yep.
see if I
she
fix my
thought it
thing.
though.
Aphrodite's a freak. Don't let her sweetness get fool
Trick
you.
you. No one's falling for
Really?
that. If you have fallen for it, stop right now.
I read chapter 5.
Oh wait, I got you. I got y'all. What y'all say about me? Everybody gonna tell me, so y'all might as well tell me what y'all said.
We were saying don't fall for your sweetness. Like she write that erotica, y'all seen it. And then chapter 5 is what Alex said. She wrote chapter 5. We already know what's going on. That head of hers. Even if she didn't do it, she thought it, y'all.
Again, I have a sexy imagination.
Doesn't matter. It's in your thoughts. It can be done. Just saying.
If you thought it, you
Yeah,
can do it.
Lord.
That don't mean nothing. You're not dead yet.
Yeah, right?
Y'all remember? Hold up now. Y'all talk about chapter 5, and yeah, chapter 5 was fun, but chapter 2 ain't even my life, and that was the most vanilla you could get.
Just saying.
I told
all
you
of that
my
in
shit,
there.
I told you my shit wouldn't be
I do.
erotica if you base it on my life. It'd be pathetica.
Pathetic. I love that. You should write a book, like a satire called Pathetic.
Oh, Leora got a message up there for you, Alex. It's like, oh, that's cool. Alec offers helpful feedback on my obvious daddy issues.
I'm not sure if we're talking daddy issues or daddy issues.
I
knew he was getting ready to do that. Oh my
Alec,
God.
and nobody talking about daddy like you with yourself.
Leora, if you hear Alex say
Yes,
daddy,
Dad.
it's with an I, not a Y.
Mm-hmm. Talking about the playing kind of daddy. Look,
Daddy,
somebody
daddies
before we
have
jump on the
lollipops at
sprint
the
real
end.
quick. I watched somebody, they've been doing that prank going around YouTube with the girls call their boyfriend's daddy or whatever. Just to see. And one of the people I'm subscribed to, it's a couple, and she did Opa instead because her boyfriend is Korean. She's black, but her boyfriend is Korean, and they just have a baby, so cute. But she did Opa instead of daddy, and he, oh my God, this freaking episode is so cute, right? They're such a cute couple, but it's so cute because he's like, he pretty much trying to molest her the whole video because she keep calling him Opa.
Oh,
I had a boyfriend like that. They're calling him daddy. He was all over me.
Oh my goodness! Like he was like, she's like, stop! I'm trying to record, and he kept like, come on, just cut the video off. Like,
you started.
It's only gonna take 35 minutes. Come on.
35 minutes.
I was like, oh my God, he's super.
At least he didn't say 5 minutes.
He was like, come on, Ellis, come on. And she kept saying Opa, just casually, like, what you want to do, Opa? And he was like, what you trying to do? Why are you doing that? Stop. Like,
y'all ain't right.
I was like, oh, it's so cute though. So they always have like a word, and you should use it against them because it's so fun.
I have
y'all. You know what the sad thing is? I totally. It's bad. Your sex life and your love life in general is bad when the first image that pop in your head is not nothing of your life, but of one of your damn characters. The whole, like, as soon as y'all were saying shit, the first person that popped in my mind was Spencer.
Oh,
and the shit that he was, but Spencer nasty. Don't forget.
Oh, I like nasty.
You know your sex life is pathetic when one of your friends tells you that Pornhub is free for this month.
Pornhub is always free.
Well, I meant the premium. It's free. They actually changed the logo, and it says
we know that Alec has been on there.
Yeah, I have, but like it doesn't say Pornhub anymore. I think it says Stay Home Hub. Because of
them being funny playing with Corona, right? They funny. Trying to help y'all out. We gonna get y'all for free, right?
Pretty much. They're donating.
They're trying to help. They're trying to help make some babies.
I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, they need to stop.
I have to
picture I got from a certain website.
I've been on this website too much just because I've been curious and I found
How we
something.
keep getting on this conversation? I don't know what's happening. DL,
I'm gonna-
help me out. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna send you a
Keep
message.
getting on this conversation. What happened? What?
I don't even know what started all of this.
I
So,
don't know. That's what
It just
happened.
happens.
Alec, me, and
I blame
Aphrodite
Alec.
hell, me and Alec went for like 7-8 hours one night just
Yeah.
talking about random shit. So
Yeah,
I don't know how it is.
I think it
Me and
was
Aphrodite's done the same thing.
back to sex, back to something else. I don't even remember what the other thing was.
Oh my goodness.
Lord have mercy.
Leor said, I want to get back to the scene I was writing. There was a dialogue exchange that happened entirely inside people's minds. Oh, that's really good.
Ooh, that's cool.
In other words, sprint. Yeah, we were great at sprint, but we ran off on a tangent. But you don't have to wait for us. Like, and then we sprint. That means you get more time. And like, if you want to go sprint while we run out, it's totally cool.
Yep.
You know, we chill over here. It's not like military sprint. And then we doing like nano. We do like, you know, we got to be on our feet.
Yeah, she's only bossy with her boyfriends.
Wow.
No, don't listen. They knew that going in. I told them like, this is it. This is the show. Like, you like what you got, so don't be complaining. Because
Well, my cheeks.
I mean, they stay, so obviously.
honestly, only time I broke up happened because I broke up. I was like, all right, what? Nobody never dumped me. I don't know what that is.
I'm done. Bye.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done. You saw when I said we weren't going to go that route and we weren't going to be no feeling stuff, and we just going. This is what we doing, and then you're like, oh, so I feel shit. I told you we weren't doing that. You got feels me. I told you we weren't doing that. We're not going into that type. That's not where this is going. This is going.
Yeah,
I'm done.
like I want.
And if I told you that,
of your
don't
body.
coming at me like that. Because then when I told you that, and then you want to start, okay, that's it. We done. All right, bye.
Yeah, see,
Y'all
I'm
going
an
in and
asshole.
out
It's just
again.
like we do this for the lower half of your body. That's it. No, I don't need the rest of it.
I need the face and I'm using the whole thing. I don't need your mind. We not.
You just shut up.
Stop talking.
I ain't had no boyfriend, so I can't tell you.
You found our comment. All right, so we gonna go ahead and start sprinting.
I'm gonna try. I gotta log out and try to come back in because I can't hear y'all that well.
Okay, good. You can go ahead and do that. 15 minutes, and we will be back. I will put the little thingy at the bottom so you guys know we're sprinting. Alrighty, happy writing. Let's see what we can get done in 15. See you soon. And we're back.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. Can you hear us?
Yeah. And it's better than the last one. The last one, y'all were like, every other word was like breaking up. I had to figure out what you were saying.
Yeah, it's probably because you on a Wi-Fi signal or whatever. You
No,
don't
I'm
get
not
the
on
signal.
Wi-Fi.
So.
This is using the because I don't have any Wi-Fi. This is
Oh, I'm sorry, not Wi-Fi. I meant your satellite. Satellite for the company.
the phone, yeah, whatever. And I got like the worst phone service anyway.
So yeah,
Which
that's
is why I can't do stuff on the internet now.
yeah.
Not to mention that, like, you know, I can't do stuff on the phone like everybody else could do anyway.
Nope. All right. StreamYard is behind as usual. So let's see.
I miss my grandbaby.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Or will you? Leora said she got 262 words.
Leora ain't playing.
No. And somebody else popped in while we were. Let's see. Somebody popped in. Oh, Heather. Hey, Heather. Hello. StreamYard's a little
Hi,
slow. I
Heather.
look at my tablet. Like, listen.
Yeah. I can't see the chat at all. Like, I was able to go into the chat when I got booted out.
Mm-hmm.
I went there for a minute, but I can't go back. I can't do that on this phone.
Yeah. So, alrighty. How did you guys all do?
I got 288.
Cool beans. Good job.
I was sending dirty pictures to Alec.
Yeah, it's a nice, dirty picture. Very nice, dirty picture. You could just remove the girl from it, but you know.
You can't have everything, Alec. Okay.
I got 194 because I was distracted by said dirty picture.
And then telling me about other dirty things that happen.
It was a nice pic, though. It's nice.
Pretty much when you get a message from Alec, you know it's probably gonna be dirty.
Probably. Or it's gonna be puns in Leora's case.
She's a very punny girl.
Tiffany says, sorry for the delayed response. I ate cheesecake and cookie dough and contemplated how much I resent living right now.
Oh, I feel you.
Oh, yeah. At least you had cheesecake.
I know, right? I don't got cheesecake.
I stay away from cheesecake because I stay away from anything that's sweet because my body, like, listen, you can't get rid of the sugar and I'm going to turn to more hips for you. And I'm like, listen, body, I don't need no more hips. I got
the hips don't lie.
I got
hips don't lie.
I got enough. I don't need hips in my body.
Not only do they not lie, but they tell all kinds of tales, right?
The ultimate heavenly truth is what her hips tell.
Well, I told you that my trademark is hips that stop the world in tracks because my shimmies are that awesome. This is true. My shimmies are awesome. Dancing, they're awesome. I will contest to that today. I have actually practiced on heavy metal, death metal. So that's how I got so good practicing on death metal because that's non-stop guitar and screaming. So yeah. But me and Alec were talking about dancing because Alec wants to learn some dance moves and get the.
For real, Alec?
Right, yeah. So I'm gonna.
What kind of dance? What kind of dance you into?
Well, I kind of like right now. I'm just doing it like for workout reasons, but I actually want to be good at it. And I'm watching these videos of one of them was K-pop, and then the other one was hip hop. But I'm not coordinated. I have rhythm. I'm just not coordinated.
I got you.
I can teach you some pop and lock and some somewhat hip hop. But most of the stuff I've seen that I want to learn, I can probably do some of it. But the urban dance, a lot of people think it's hip hop when they see it, but it's urban dance because there's usually a lot of choreography involved in urban. So I want to do that, but I only studied as far as like outside of Middle Eastern dance. I studied modern dance and I studied hip hop with pop and lock, stuff like that. And then
I want to learn how to
I can teach you tap. I'm really good at tap.
Yeah.
And if you really want to get strong and really learn some coordination, do ballet paces. Because
Mhm.
when like I took ballet for like I don't even know how many years. Like I stopped in my as an adult. And if you do the warm up exercise, the warm up paces, learn some French because you're gonna need to learn some French, and do that. When anything else, any other dancing that you do, you'll be like, oh, because you can just branch right on into it and get your shit. You'll have your strength and your coordination.
As a belly dancer, I would say, like she said for ballet, I would say, well, we some belly dancers we do use ballet, but in some of our moves, as far as releve, we use
Mm.
that in belly dance, of course, to do certain moves.
Again, learn French.
hmm But I
Relevant.
didn't have to learn French because I didn't do ballet. I went straight to modern dance, which you don't need French for
Well, I
that.
did start a French class. I ended up not finishing it because life, but it
Because
was a
like,
language I wanted to learn how to speak. So
right, exactly. So I would say, I usually use yoga as my strength training for flexibility, when I'm training, and then just my own set of
Yeah, yoga.
stretching.
Anything that give you isolation,
Yeah,
muscle isolation, will build up your strength.
yeah, I could teach you some muscle isolations, Alec, because
Mm.
belly dance is all about isolations, and
see,
now
that's what I
It
want to
is.
learn because I
now I
saw
can
one of my
explain to
old
you
friends.
very easily how you isolate one section of the body from the other section of the body. It's about posture before the move.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I have a friend. He was a belly dancer. Actually, I think he's still a belly dancer.
hmm
And watching him, I'm like, I love it. And I always thought that belly dancing before I met you and years ago was only for skinny people. And then he introduced me to a bunch of women who were not
Oh
skinny people. And I'm like,
no.
how? And then I saw them dancing, and I'm
That
like, oh.
every size definitely
Only
can't be
this Western shit is skinny people.
pretty much. They
Because
are strict on that.
traditionally
So
it was
nothing else.
women, curvy women
Yeah,
who
so
told the
it's still
stories with their bodies.
stipulation on that. So yeah, I could teach you definitely as far as like the basis of isolation and just movement. I mean, I also teach free movement too, so we can probably mess around with that.
I
Just
just like
you learn to
I
follow
swear
along.
I have like an issue with coordination, like
That's what I mean.
even
I
in
use
day to day
free
life.
movement classes to teach um,
I mean, yeah,
coordination and
Alex has
follow
tripped over
along.
air.
Yeah, so
I
I can
really
teach you
do.
to follow along. Follow along is easy, especially with free movement. But yeah, I usually teach that, and it gets people learning the transition and stuff really easy. It's all in like where the transition goes to, you go into the next move. So when I teach people snake arms, I teach them like a 4 or 5 point system of how they connect the move together. So usually I've never had a problem teaching anybody that move because that was like the most basic way to teach someone how to connect the move together. So yeah, we'll
Yep.
mess around the
Because
weekend
that's where I learned
over
it.
the internet.
In one of your
Awesome.
classes, I learned it.
Yeah.
I'm just really bad. Like I don't know what is
Don't worry,
wrong.
I can pretty much teach anybody to dance. So there's no such thing as like being bad. You can learn dance. It's not something you
You
can't learn.
can. Don't let people
So
tell you you
some
can't. You
people are
actually
naturally
can.
good at certain aspects of certain dance styles, but
Right.
anyone can learn it if they're willing to give to it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're willing to give the time and focus to it, you can do it. It's not something I can't do. You'll be able to do it.
Awesome.
I got you. No worries.
Yeah, because Alex
Yeah.
over here trying to get sexy. Okay, I quit smoking, which I'm still not smoking, and
You know.
I'm drinking more water. I've pretty much said no to most sweets. It's really hard to do, but I'm doing it.
Yeah. And most people like they're gaining weight right now because they're locked down. And I was like, I lost 5 pounds
Except my
since I've been
son.
locked down.
Except my son.
I
Yeah,
lost
he's
four
not
He
pounds.
ain't
eating.
gained. No man, he lost weight.
Yes, he like me.
He
That's
look
what we
good.
do over
Wait till
here.
y'all see him
Of
again.
course,
He
he'll be
look
quiet
good.
when we
Always
all start
quiet.
running our mouth. He's quiet. He contemplating.
I ain't doing no dancing.
He ain't doing no
Yeah,
dance.
he's over there.
Ah,
He's a
How
more
about we'll
definite
just dance
rapper.
and you can rap for us? I've
I
danced
was
on
about to say
rap.
my dancing is just like a little head nod, and that's about it.
No my god. Just do your head nod. You can
look at
just be our
him. Look
background.
at
Mm-hmm.
no, he the
Okay.
hype man. He just be the hype man. Up,
Yeah, he can just
up.
hype us up. That's cool.
Okay, I need to send you a link. I don't know if I actually sent it, but there's this guy named Connor on
Mhm.
Instagram. He's a ballet. Well, he does ballet. He does stretches, like
Yeah.
as you pay for, and he is beautiful. Like he can do the splits. He is just oh my god, he is fabulous.
Alec, you'll go
And
crazy if you
so
belly dancer meals
you
up.
found you found Connor because he was beautiful.
Yep.
Not surprising. Um, And Leora said, these books ain't gonna write themselves. You got that right. I should getting them words in. Let's see. What did I miss? Let's see. Oh yeah, Leora said I feel so seen. That's why we see you, Leora. We see you.
Yeah, we see you.
I Now you got me wanting to, because I'm in the middle of purging because I'm going to be packing because I'm going to be moving, and now if I find my tap shoes, I'll do a little tap thingy for you all and film it and put it on YouTube.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Yeah, she should
I
definitely do
love
that.
tap. I love
I
tap
will like if
dancing,
I
and
get
I
good at
didn't
dancing,
start
I
that.
will do a YouTube video and I will dance.
Oh, actually,
But
I
see,
put
I
up
was
a video
grown.
too.
I
Oh
was
yeah, you
grown when I started tap, though. I
doing
did
tap.
ballet and modern
I'm
dance
trying
and
to get her to do
jazz.
tap at the convention. I need to. She need to do tap at the convention.
But see, the only problem is that the one thing about all other dances in the world
Hmm.
is groovy, but me being this heavy, tap is hard.
Tap is hard though.
So I would have to lose a little bit of more of this stuff going on in the front
Mm-hmm.
because tap is harder on me. It's not. I'm sure it's not for everybody, so I can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can still do my ballet stuff. I can still do my modern stuff. I can still do my jazz stuff, and I can do the belly stuff that I learned over the past 5 years. But my tap stuff is weaker.
Right, right.
And it's not because I lost my tap, because I can still do it, but it's harder on me at this weight.
Yep.
So that's the only
It
difference. Like,
can
I do
be.
have to lose a little bit of weight before I perform. I'm performing that number human with some people. I'm doing that number 1 year at the convention.
You should definitely.
I'm
That'd be fun.
determined. Plus, it wasn't that hard, and they also incorporated jazz, so everybody wasn't
Yeah, I like
tapping.
the
You remember?
jazz.
You
I
know what
love
I'm talking
jazz.
about.
Yeah, that's.
I'm
I love.
doing that number. I'm
Yeah, it's
doing that.
cool. Heather said I did tap, jazz,
It's
and ballet
it's
dance class thing when I was a kid. Yeah, I think a lot of people did different ones when they were kids. And she said I have been doing the classic stretch for about 20 years. Classical stretch for 20 years. The lady that started it was retired professional ballet dancer. It's so great for my back, and I need to do it more. Yeah, it definitely is. And I also had a horse as a
Yeah, it's something about those dances is
like
that
that
you
before.
don't lose it. Even like if you were, especially when you started young, if you were doing ballet
Hmm.
young,
Yeah.
I could still do everything that I could do back then.
You don't forget. It's kind of like
That's
the muscle
amazing.
memory. It doesn't muscle memory. It doesn't forget. Oh, and I did put up a new video
Right.
on my dance channel too. Alec, you should enjoy that one.
I'll have to check it out. Am I even
Um,
subscribed to your dance channel? I
I
have
don't
to
know.
look.
You may or may not be, but I danced off a Taylor Swift song.
Oh,
You
okay.
need to
I'll have to check
calm
that
down.
out.
It's actually
I saw it.
You need
tribute.
to calm down. That sounds like that's your
It was
song.
her. Yep. It was her tribute song to the LGBT community.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. I just never heard the song, but
Yeah,
I heard about it.
Tardrick did it with her, so it was like he was in the video. Um,
See, when
and
I was a kid, I was too busy in
Wait,
the
did
library.
Heather
hmm,
read Heather's message? Read that.
which one? The last one?
The
So,
one that was up there, because I thought I saw the word
which
horse.
one? Oh yeah, the horse one. Yeah, I read it. You didn't hear me. I also had a horse as a teenager. You needed to be simple as a writer.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't written since I was a
Oh, I
teenager.
didn't.
I love
Yeah.
horseback riding.
Oh, yeah.
I would
That's
love to learn how to ride a horse, but I'm also kind of scared of them.
I used to have
Yeah,
one.
horses. Horses
I
are
know
so
DL, you wrote
beautiful.
horses,
Oh
right?
my god.
Yeah, I used to have one.
Yeah, I remember you showed me the pictures. I was gonna say you did.
Well, a lot of it's because when I was
My
a kid,
mom.
they were so
Mhm.
big, it scared me.
Oh, they still big.
I got kicked once right in the fucking chest.
Oh.
But try being like an 8-year-old looking at this giant ass horse.
I was a horse rider as a child.
How did you
The
get past
last
the
time I rode a
fear?
horse, I was a teenager. Oh my
I
god!
wanna ride a
But
horse.
no, I will tell you one time I was terrified. Okay, we went in Baltimore. They have a fair every year down at the Inner Harbor. But they used to. They moved it to the fairgrounds, but they used to have it at the Inner Harbor. And the Budweiser Clydesdales came in town. And I don't know if you ever seen the Clydesdale other than the Budweiser commercial, but those horses that have the hair that's over their hooves,
Mm-hmm.
them motherfuckers. Like, you watch the commercials and you just don't know. Those things are humongous.
Oh yeah,
And I
yeah.
remember walking over and I was thinking, is that a real damn horse? And then 5 other ones came out, and all 6 of these horses were giant horses. Like people had to get help to mount them.
Oh yeah,
And I was like, whoa. So my whole, like, the leg of the horse was the height of me.
yep, they're
And
big.
I was like, I can't believe that this animal even really
I always
exists.
wanted to
Those
do
are some big horses.
I definitely wanted to do that, but I have like a thought in my head, like I really want to, but if I fall or some shit, something could go down, and I don't know if it's worth it. Even though I really want to learn to ride a horse, but I don't know if it's worth the risk that could happen. One of my clients,
when you little and don't know no better, you don't think about that.
You younger, and when you're a child, you don't think about that. But now that I have a daughter, I'm like, yeah, I can't really.
Right.
Like, I also wanted a motorcycle. I used to be into motorcycles, and I did get on the back of one a few times, but I wanted my own motorcycle and do the whole motorcycle thing and go down to Ocean City and do the whole motorcycle ride and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I am a metalhead. So, but as my daughter was born, I was like, I can't do that. You know, because I was in my youth. I didn't care about death, whatever. You know, but I got to think about my daughter. So that could possibly paralyze me, kill me. I have to not do because I still have to think about her.
I miss it.
You know what I mean?
See,
So,
I do miss it. I can't lie.
just
Like,
remember-
it's on my bucket list.
yeah, I probably will do it when I get older and she's when I get older and she's an adult and she don't need me anymore, then I probably will do some of the stuff that I decided to wait and do. But yeah, motorcycle and horseback riding is definitely one of those. Some of my clients have horses and they do horseback riding. And one of my clients recently got hurt. Her horse was a newer horse, younger, and she was kind of inexperienced, and the horse got frightened and stumbled on like some rocks, so they fell, her and the horse both. But the horse is being not trained all the way, got up and stepped on her leg.
Ooh.
So the hoof right on her bottom of her leg, her calf, and broke it into all kinds of.
And see, that's why I don't ride horses.
Yeah, so it could happen.
See,
she's a little bit better now.
yeah, it can happen. Anything can happen.
But she's back up and riding again because she's a horse rider, so she's good.
Well, I think mostly my fear is like when I was a kid, I just remember turning around and seeing this giant ass horse, and I was terrified. I wasn't just scared; I was terrified.
Yeah, some people are terrified. They can be. So I mean, I just didn't want to take the chance. I love horses. I mean, I'm that person. The horses, I go to like shoot my crossbow and stuff like that. But I would love to do horseback riding, but that's just gonna have to wait.
I'm telling you,
if I ever get a lot of money, I'm gonna buy me another one.
Oh heck yeah, I would love to own one.
I want
my mom had
to
horses.
break it like a war horse.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want my
name
I just want a nice little.
I just want a man. I just want the man on the
ride it.
Alec, you be like, listen.
You want a what?
I want me a country boy.
What did he say?
Tell him he want a man on a horse.
He wants to save a horse and ride a cowboy.
Yep.
Hey, save a horse, ride cowboy. See, they don't know.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that.
I love that song. Oh my god, I love that song.
Cowboy.
But no,
We'll do that all day.
The only reason I do not go horseback riding right now is because I ain't doing that to no poor little horse.
He's so fun.
When I lose this weight, I'm back up on a horse. I love horseback riding and I miss it. My mom had before I was born. My mom had horses, but I don't know nothing of that life, and she barely remembered because she was a child. Like their family had horses, I should say. She didn't have a horse, and she had a black horse, and she was always talking about this horse. I'm like, I got to get me a horse. Now, I had to remind myself that I lived down in Baltimore City, so I wasn't gonna get no horse. But my mother made sure I was able to go horseback riding.
Yeah.
So I love it. It's something about it, man.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's awesome. I really want to try it one day, but I have to wait till Fayora is at least 20. So
I just want to chase down a country boy.
Hey, I've had a country boy. They kiss real good.
Oh my god, the bubbas though. Okay.
Tiffany said I took ballet in high school, but I sucked at bad. Hey, that's okay.
Yeah, taking it in high school is late. So it will be hard, but you probably just needed a couple more years and you'd have been fine.
Yeah, Heather, take it easy.
Even starting late, you can catch up.
And I grew up around horses. Heather said she grew up around horses. And Clydesdales are huge. I did some
They
volunteering
are.
not too long ago, and this barn had one, and all you had to say was move over and push on his rump, and he was just step over just fine, no problem. Yeah, 'cause they train well,
I
like
mean,
train
wow,
good.
they not no joke.
But
They
I
are
was
huge.
unsure at first. It had been a long time since I had one. I just didn't want to get stepped on. Well, yeah, you won't get stepped on by a car. Your life is over. Um,
It's over.
I
It's
miss it so much.
over.
Yeah, I bet you it's really relaxing. Yeah, trails riding, relaxing. Yeah, I would love to try
It
it. So it's on my bucket list
is.
for when I'm like, obviously, like in my 40s, 50s, or something. My
Now,
daughter.
plus, if you bareback, now I only bareback once, but if you bareback, which is very hard to do, by the way. Shut up, Alec.
I'm sorry. Every time
If
I hear that
you,
phrase, I am
I
not
just
thinking of
realized
horses.
what that. If you bareback, you can feel the horse breathing and the heartbeat and stuff sitting on it. Like it is. I don't know. It's
I would
something
have to try
so I can't
bareback at
explain
some
it.
point because obviously my Native American root says you best not get on no horse and you and try bareback before then I'd be just a
Yeah,
disgrace.
it's not easy. I recommend if you're not a horse rider,
I
just to
wouldn't do
sit
it
on
right.
Make
it
sure
for
the
a
horse
little
is
bit.
accustomed to bareback too.
Well, no, you gotta
Yeah,
make all sure.
yeah.
I did read all about it because I wanted to do horseback riding, so I know you
I
got
did it a little bit, but
the
I
horse
usually
kind
rode
of.
on the saddle.
I don't know. I
So I'll
don't know
have to.
shit because I always had when I was horseback riding, there was always a handler.
Bye, Tiffany. Thanks
And
for
it's
joining us.
sad to say, but I never did know shit about horses.
Oh, that's cool,
And
Heather. Heather
what
said
was
you
really
got
bad is like when I was about I'm gonna say 11 or 12,
Mm.
and I went out to the farm to go riding, and it was a little girl. She was like 6 or 7. I'm telling you, this little girl was a master with horses, and she was practically a baby. And she had a pony that she had since it was born.
Oh.
Like she was raising it like it was her child, and that little girl she just
Oh.
knew her shit. And I'm like, I know how to mount and dismount.
On our mountain dismount. All right,
I don't know shit
let's
else.
do
Like,
the last question so we can do our last sprint of the night. The last question of the night is how do bad reviews of your writing affect you? Or if no one has ever read and reviewed your work, how do you think you will take a bad review?
mm,
So who wants to grab that one first?
Burn everything.
um, I if I get a bad review,
Mhm.
initially, I'm just gonna be honest, it hurts. It hurts so bad because you want everybody, even though you have common sense and you know that everybody is not gonna like what you do,
Yeah.
and everything that you do is not for everybody. You know that with because you got good sense.
Yeah.
It still really hurts. But after I get over the initial pain of it, then I read to see what they're saying that they don't like,
Right.
to see if they have a valid reason. Like if they said something
Cool.
like, she just her dialogue is weak or this, that, and the third, or I can't think of a legit thing, but y'all know what I mean. If they say something that you can go, wait a minute, let me see if that might have some validity to it,
Right. Right.
then I'm like, I take that as okay, I'm glad this person actually did the review. But then if you get the person who you wonder what the fuck book was they reading because what are they talking about? Like,
Right?
what? Then I just like, oh, forget that person. And I hope everybody else that see them realize they dumb.
Right. Oh.
And
I
Or that
that's where I'm
person
at with it.
who
But yeah, it
points
hurt.
out, or that person who points out all the things that you did on purpose is bad. Like there's a problem.
that. Yeah. That's always.
Yeah, well, that I always look at that like, oh, they caught that. They just misinterpreted what I was trying to say.
Right?
Surprising because it happens. All right, Alec.
Well, I know like the first time I read a review, I took it really hard just because it was a punch to the gut. It may have been a bad day, I don't know. But now I'm kind of like I don't really read reviews. Sometimes I will sneak a peek, but I just don't. Just because I know my mental health is not in a place where I can handle constantly being bombarded with negativity. So I choose not to read them for the most part.
Well, they do say, DL just had an actual video on this about reviews and reading them. That you might want to check out if you didn't see it yet. About that and it affecting you or not affecting you type of thing. So yeah, they always say that, and he was saying they say that to the authors, like it's for the readers anyway. It's not really for the author. So you don't have to read them or anything of the sort. You can completely avoid how many reviews you got. You're gonna see like, okay, this is a review overall on this website, blah blah blah, and leave it at that. You don't have to be like, oh, go and read what they said, because some people just leave a review and don't even write anything. You know what I mean? Some people write like thesis.
Yeah. And that's why I kind of stick looking at the star rating overall and how many reviews there are. I don't even read what was written.
Yeah, because that's probably
I read everything, good, bad, and ugly.
Yep, I get that. So I understand.
I read it all.
So if it's not good for your health, mental health, then you should not read them and just focus on the percentage of ratings. And if you feel like it's some time that you make it through where you can read it, then you do read the ones that they may be constructive, they may not be. Some people don't know how to do that. They just
people, and that's the thing to remember. There are people who just do not know how to do it. And then you have petty betties out there who want to say something negative just to say something negative.
Just because they go
currently have a person, and I know who
there are people, just so you guys know, like if your book
and they're going around.
Yeah, if your book or movie has like a full 5-star, there are people that go around literally just to drop your rating. Just so you guys know.
So I mean, you have that percentage. Luckily, that's a very small percentage, very small. But I have somebody who currently, no matter what I do now, because she's petty, she's going like in through my videos and just thumbing them down. The same person who had thumbed them up before, and she think I don't know she's doing it. Like, girl, please, engagement. You're not hurting me.
So,
but you have people who will do that. You'll have people who will go just to give you 1 star on purpose.
Yep.
So you can't.
Leora's back. Leora said I lost internet for like 25 minutes. I thought, like, where's Leora? Why Leora ain't saying nothing?
Well, one of the things I've noticed though is like,
the point is, don't take too much stock in it.
Badly, because I got I don't know if I sent it to you guys, but someone had sent me a message thanking me for writing my book because it helped them have the courage to come out. So that statement alone completely cancels out all my negative reviews.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Like, you'll get negative reviews, but who cares? Because that's like, okay, me being a dancer, I would get people saying bad stuff about me, not necessarily saying, oh, my dance is bad, because in dance you got a whole nother thing. You got like people talk about your size, for instance. So I had people talking about that, like, you should be dancing because you're too big, blah blah blah, and saying bad stuff, or just calling me names like beach whale and all kinds of stuff, right? But then I had lots of people saying good stuff too, but bad stuff can weigh on some people. I'm usually not the person that stuff will, because I'm kind of like, your words mean nothing, because when you're going to come at me with insults, I don't even hear you anyway, because your words are worthless at that point. You have nothing to say.
But you know what I don't know, what I don't understand about people sometimes is that, like, a person that's coming to you as beautiful as you are and could say to you, oh, you a beach whale. The minute I hear somebody do something like that, it just 100% speaks volumes about them.
Exactly.
Not the person they're talking about.
Right.
And I really do. And I know people, I'm not being sanctimonious and like, if you literally insult me, my whole instance go right back to, what is wrong with you?
Exactly.
Because even if you say to me, you're ugly, you're fat, you're bald-headed, or whatever you think is true, and I might even agree with you. I might think I'm ugly and fat and bald-headed, but I do not take that when people say it. I instantly go, damn, you must really have a horrible life if you ain't got nothing better to do than to study me.
Exactly.
Like, really. That was the best you could do?
Yep. People calling and stuff. But that's the same way with writing. Like Alec was saying, and that person said, though, you helped me in that way. And that's the same thing I got from people in dance, that you helped me go ahead and come out and dance because I was plus size and people said I shouldn't do this, but I did it. And this is coming from a teenager, you know what I mean? So all that negativity is like whatever. When you help someone, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't even expect to get that message.
Right? You see, you helping people, because when you write books, you helping people you don't even know about. It don't matter what kind of book you're writing, because somebody it helped. You know what I mean?
So, right. And I do take, and I really do take, heed to the fact that, like, I can only use Shatter and Encounters as examples. That everybody not gonna like it.
Of course not.
And that's okay.
Yeah. It's just so good. I don't understand why.
No, right?
What's not okay is people who bash.
Yeah,
If you don't like
that's a
something,
nasty way to do it.
move the fuck on. I don't
Right?
get bashers.
Both
I
of them
don't.
don't agree with that. What about you,
I
DL?
don't
What
get
do you
it.
think about bad reviews if you read them?
I would. I think the lowest I got right now is a 3-star, but I don't really care what they say or whatever. I'm always kind of hard headed. I'll read all of them, see if there is any piece of information I could use or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Someone gave Encounters 2 stars
How?
with no.
Wow.
I think they
Chapter 5. Damn it.
Right.
And I just looked.
What?
I looked at it and I was like, they didn't say 1 though. They said 2. So they didn't like this book. And I just started laughing because I was like, well, I can if you're not into the craziness, the book get crazier as the chapters go.
I mean,
So
if you don't read it, I wouldn't suggest picking it up.
but the part that made me really bust out laughing, I was like, they gave it 2 stars. What did they like?
Right, they like something. I don't know.
What did they like? What was it?
I really
didn't
don't
get
know. You
another
just see
review.
a review and you just put some stars and you don't write anything. I take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I was
That's
so
not telling me
mad though. I was like,
nothing.
I really want to know what it was. I wish they had written a review.
Yeah, so
It
like,
said, "Oh, by the way, yeah, I could not stand Pandora. There's
right.
more like Pandora than
That's gonna be a problem with the book,
I
right? I
see.
get that.
Right. I just wanted
You
to
can't
know
read
so bad.
But so
I
I'm
bust
the
out
same
laughing
way as
so hard.
DL. If I read a bad review on my book, and I don't have a book out yet, but I had my stuff out, then I haven't gotten any bad feedback really. But if I did, I would be fine with that because I think each person is different and they feel the way they feel about it. And some people feel that they can put the energy into a review the way they want, rather they are saying terrible things that don't need to be said in that manner. Then that's fine too. That's what you want to do. I won't really take what you say with much meaning or even feel it, because if it's like cursing it out or saying terrible words like it's crap and it's a dumpster fire, I'm not even going to take you serious, because once you go there with me, I don't even hear you. So if it's something constructive, then I will check it out. If it's something I think it could be something they missed, you know what I mean? They don't see it the way I see it because I wrote it a certain way, or they think that I missed something. They're like, well, I think you didn't wrap this up. And I'm like, that's because I don't plan on wrapping that up until book 3 type of thing. You know what I mean? So that type of thing is fine. That's what they got, because I was going to interpret stuff differently. So I would read my bad reviews and my good reviews, and I wouldn't have a problem with that. And if I felt that it was something useful, then I would address it. But if I didn't, I would just be like, whatever, and throw it out. But yeah, so let us know what you guys think about that. Let me check the chat and see who answered the question and is chatting about what.
I know that, like,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I know it's like I can take negative reviews. It's just, I know this is childish, but it's how it's said to me.
No, it's not childish. It makes sense, because like I said, if someone says something like, this is a piece of crap and I wouldn't wipe my ass with this, and it can, I flush it down.
Oh my God.
I'm not.
Wow. You're not reviewing
but
damn.
But if somebody
you might need to wipe your ass with it. There's no toilet paper.
I mean, like, can you give it to me then? I might need it because I can't find it before me. But yeah, I mean, I would be like, okay, I'm not gonna listen to this because you're just trying to just bash. You know what I mean? Like, that's not nothing. That's not nothing.
Actually, if somebody felt that way about like my book, or let me go outside of it. If I felt that way about somebody else's book, they would never know.
I'm not
I would
waste
not
my time
write that. That is some bullshit. Like,
what's the point?
Like,
if I hated something that much, why wouldn't I wipe my own butt with it? I mean, I like tissue paper, so I'm not wiping my butt with it I don't like.
Right?
So,
well, see, that's the thing is, even with books that I don't necessarily like, I will go and review it and say the things that I did like about it and where it can be improved. Yeah, now, if I feel like it's craptastic, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I won't review stuff if I don't like it. That's just me, though.
On anybody's book But
Let's see
honestly,
it.
the only way I'm gonna do a review on somebody's book, whether I liked it or not, is if they ask me to do it. I'm not gonna do a review. I'm not even gonna act like, okay, I like this book mostly, but here's what I think they can improve. I'm not even gonna do that because I feel like, who am I to tell somebody else what they can improve and how they told their story? So
Right.
I don't do that. The
don't
only way
even go
I would
that
do that
far.
is I would be like, I would call DL and be like, if DL asked me to review, and I would call him up and say, hey, this is how I feel about it. This is what I feel. This is what I think. This is what I would have done. Not saying you're wrong, but I will only do that if they ask.
True that.
I will only do that if they
I'm not a
ask. I
book reviewer
can't.
either, so that's why I don't,
I
because I
can't
have
feel
no
like
desire or passion to do such a thing. I review books for authors that I know who asked me to, or they gave me an
who
arc.
asked me, yeah.
Yeah, I review arcs. That's
Yeah,
specifically
I'm
like
not really like.
Or if I get blown away with something. If
Yeah,
you
then I have
blow
to.
me
If,
away
if
with
I
the
love it,
story,
I might review it.
I'm
though.
gonna then I will go there.
I
If
might
you
review it.
disappointed me, I move on.
Yep. So
there's a
I
dark
like that
series I
heifer.
gotta share with you, Danette.
Oh yeah,
It's
There's
great.
a heifer that's on YouTube, on AuthorTube, going around thinking that everything she say is gold, and that if she says she does a review and it's like, I'm telling you how to improve your stuff, bitch, we're your book, so we can tell you how to improve
I
yours. Who
can't
is
with
you?
that kind of crap. Like,
That
stop.
kind of stuff
I'd be like, I
burns
wouldn't want to actually be
me
you when your
up.
book come out. Like, I wouldn't want to be you when your book come out, because
No
if
lie.
anything is wrong,
No
and it will
lie.
be something that somebody don't like, they're gonna tear you apart. Like, don't
Even if it's
put that
good,
book
you're
out.
gonna still get ripped.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad in here. I'm happy that I have
No
had
joke.
some
No
negative
joke.
comments in critique groups, but now that I am running one, I make sure that comments are balanced and phrased in a positive manner. Good job.
Right. And again,
Lori,
it's no need
that's
to be
awesome,
mean.
Alec, about the person saying that.
I know, right? I was just speechless for a minute there.
Really good, make you cry. Like, yeah, that's awesome. Lior said someone once publicly commented on a contest entry of mine, pointing out an inconsistent consistency detail that they got wrong. I'm like, why you gotta throw shade? Let me win the freaking contest.
Why you gotta open your mouth? Shut up.
I love throwing shade though.
Yeah, I know, you gotta be extra. Heather said, I just booted someone from my group who was not positive at all and also was bringing negative tone to the group. Ironic that she started the group.
I feel you.
That was
that,
like a hot takeover right there. Like,
she's like, mutiny.
But you're done.
There are people
Heather,
always gonna have it in the community whose sole purpose of being in the community is for drama. Yeah. And let me even quantify that. And they don't even realize that that's why they're doing it, because you have drama channels that for the sole purpose of drama, and you know that shit is funny. So they come on there just being assholes. But you have people who really think that they are pinnacles of AuthorTube and they're spreading their wisdom. And I'm like, girl. And
it's a new season.
Girl,
like, quick,
always a girl.
You don't
shut your mouth.
So you can keep it.
Girl, who is you? You is not Jesus the AuthorTube.
Okay.
I am the genius of everything. I'm essential.
Listen.
Okay, so now every time Alex say essential, I get money. Okay.
Yes, Heather.
Listen to essential. Listen, there you go. Went from listen to essential. I'm gonna be by the time we can walk around amongst each other again, I'm gonna be rich.
Drama politics, Heather said. Yeah, man. That's a real thing, dude. Real life. All right, so let's do the last sprint of the night. We always like to get at least 3 in. So we can go ahead and start that, and we will be back, I guess, at about 18 after.
Okay.
Did we do the question? Because I feel like my brain just shut down.
We did the question. We were still kind of on a question about the reviews. That was the last question.
Yeah, that was the actual question. Okay.
Yeah.
We kind of stayed on topic for the most part that time.
We did, actually.
We did. I'm proud of everybody.
I'm
proud of Alec.
Other things that subject because
We know. Listen, we know what we're doing. We do all of this on purpose.
obviously on purpose. Don't come for us, yo. Okay.
Fucking Chase.
Listen to DL. He the damn monitor, right? Yeah. He the big man on campus. Think he know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at Leora said, I think I want a shirt that says I screw all my characters. Oh yeah. Let's get that shirt made.
I would screw all of my characters.
See, Alec is gonna take that.
Alex is gonna go that way. And you said I do mean no pause. No pause.
Listen, my characters are hot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My characters are hot.
Yeah, well.
My characters in Gemini Rising are hot. Oh my god!
Just wait till you get to the sex scenes, Danette. Just wait.
I know. I'm waiting. After that, listen, don't stop. Talking about in Gemini Rising, my characters are hot. I'm like, okay. I'm quite sure every book that you've released so far,
everybody's hot.
I don't know what she's talking about. She got remember her whole cast got to be like pretty white boys in the first.
Yeah, freaking pretty white boys. What the hell is this?
Okay, no,
I don't want to even hear
Shattered. The boys in Shattered. Well, the boys in the trilogy are hot. Yeah, they are.
Listen, don't start with me though. The boys, okay? Don't forget the girls.
The girls are actually hot too.
The girls are pretty. No,
stop. They are pretty. No,
all girls are beautiful, but even in the first chapter,
Arbor Beach. Arbor Beach looked just like her brother. So stop right now.
I know, right?
No, Aaliyah, did you see the models after her? Don't come at me with that. Everybody's looking pretty. You gonna get one of those people that's mad at you because you don't have nobody that's not pretty. You know those people, they be like, this book is filled with good looking people.
Actually, I know somebody who said that while they were reading it. So.
Everyone in this book is attractive. I'm like, girl, you do know there are.
No, it was a point that the boys were over the top, but the girls were just regular girls. But here you go.
Regular girls. Stop.
But Aaliyah, okay, maybe not Barbara. Barbara is gorgeous. But Aaliyah was one of the things she said in chapter 1 was like, damn, do the boys have to be pretty to get into the school? She specifically said
she wasn't
the boys
pretty. I don't mean nothing. She just thought that they were all pretty. Nobody said she wasn't real pretty because I don't listen. No, but that's the thing. Of course, our beauty is an eye beholder. And by the way, you guys can start writing because I don't want to hold you up.
I think
beauty is an eye of the beholder.
I think that all the girls in the book are beautiful. I do.
Okay, then. Well, like I said,
them boys is Japanese anime models, okay?
So, listen, did you watch any K-dramas at all? Like, all of them pretty. It's all very pretty people in the world. So when someone gets a book and they're like,
fucking barren
writer saying that all these people are attractive. I'm like, because, there's attractive people in the world. Like, I don't know what you mean.
Out of all of them, for me, the most attractive is Baron and Chase. For me.
And ain't nobody better looking than Baron.
Oh my goodness.
The most evil.
I kind of like Flint.
Flint was kind of cute.
Flint.
Yeah.
Flint.
I'm into my.
So. I just had a thing for Baron.
I'm in the quirky boys. That's why I like Spencer.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Spencer
I like bad boys.
Hey, Leora. Bye.
He may not be as cute, quote unquote, as the rest of them, but he's still cute.
All right, let's go ahead and sprint, but we don't get this one in.
But wait, I got to ask Alec a question. Because I play my tapes back. What you mean? Someone said something about all my people in the book was pretty. Who said that?
Well, I'm not telling you. Just know it's someone you know.
Like said it as it was like it was a bad thing.
Yes, I'll tell you in Messenger.
I already know who it is.
That's all right. You ain't gotta tell me.
I already know who it is. You ain't gotta tell me, Alec. I already know.
Ain't nothing wrong with but it's not true.
That's okay.
I didn't even describe half.
Obviously, I'm not gonna be writing because I'm reading anyway, but that's fine. But anyway, so Stewie, you write because I know that's what you do anyway.
What I'm saying, what I'm saying in my defense. I purposely didn't describe the character, so how can you say that?
That's because that's what they envisioned. That's what they envisioned from what you said.
But you know what I'm saying? I purposely didn't describe them for that very reason.
That's the thing too, Aphrodite, about that. the thing about that is I have to completely, with anybody who says that, you know me, I don't hold back nothing. Anybody who says that, they need to get themselves together. Stop putting your personal issues on people's books. Stop putting your personal issues in entertainment. Stop doing that because it's annoying. I can't stand that. They do that a lot these days too, especially when we talk about females a lot too, and then maybe doing it with men too. Like they'll say, well, we got to make sure that we don't go too pretty or too handsome or whatever the word you want to use for either males or females. We don't want to go too much onto that because then we're going to upset someone who thinks these people are too good or some crap like that.
Or they're like, oh, you have to include a plus size person. It's like, why do I have to?
Like you have to do it. Like people get like that because that's when we get the FJW mindset where it says social justice wars. Like they have to fight for this thing has to be in this, and if it's not, then it's crap. No,
but it makes me sad. It makes me a little sad because, like I said, like I really, because I know not so consciously, but I'm not a describer anyway. But I didn't describe them, so how can they all be too pretty if I didn't even tell you what they all look like?
Because it comes down to that was their personal take on it. Granted, we know that these people in your head you start developing that they are attractive. Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Since Aaliyah did say that, oh, these boys are all good looking. What's going on here?
You gotta be. You have to be good looking to be a boy in the school,
right? Yes,
because her first encounter.
Is
Chase.
Right, Chase is pretty.
She meets Chase, then she meets Baron and Flint,
he real pretty.
and then she meets Flint again.
Oh, he pretty.
Then she meets Spencer. So
yeah,
she's like, damn.
Right. When am I going to get one that's not pretty? I'll be like, please don't let me come across any that's not pretty because this is awesome. Like,
because all the girls.
The entire time I'm just like, can I just go back to being a teenager and we can just do a little puppy pile? Can we do that?
Puppy pile. I'm not even going to ask you what that is.
Listen,
I'm scared to ask what that is.
But still, like, I don't know. I think people need to stop with their personal stuff. Like they can't cut it off. Everything's about me. Like they can't. Okay, I'm watching a show. Okay, and if the show don't have everything that's about me and I can relate to in it, this is a terrible show. Like, why is it a terrible show? Just because it's not about you. Again, like people need to stop this focus so much on just myself, like all up in here. Like you can't look at a show that's got nothing to do with you, like your existence, something about you. Like I need to.
Right, I hear you.
I understand it.
It just makes me sad. It just makes me sad.
Like if you want to relate to something, I totally get it because you're gonna relate to it in some kind of way. You're gonna like something about it, but don't sit there and tell somebody that what they created. Oh, this is a bad thing because I don't like this thing. Like that don't make it bad. Like, oh, this has like, okay, I'll give you an example. Video games is really a bad culprit for it because they get attacked a lot with the PC and the SJW market right now. They get attacked with it the most, and that industry listens to it the most, and they will actually bend to it the most. So one game called Resident Evil 3, it was a game that came out way back when. It just got remade, okay? So the characters the characters look like how they look, okay? The female outfit and costuming was like it was. It's about like the cops. They're a team of cops, specialty cops, and they fight zombies and stuff like that, right? And the main character.
Oh yeah, I know what it is. I just didn't know about that.
Resident Evil 3 is a female lead. Now Resident Evil has always been male, female. Usually you can pick a male or female character, and then the female is Jill. And in the original, Jill was not on duty, so she was wearing her regular clothes when the whole breakout happens, right? In the original she was wearing a mini skirt. And she was wearing just a regular top or whatever, and she had her gun and stuff and stuff. So she had the only time to grab her gun because she was like in her apartment. So she had time to grab her gun and stuff like that. So she has like boots on, high top boots on. She has her mini skirt on. It's not overly many, mind you. It's like thigh. Okay, so that's what she's wearing.
So not one of my minis,
not your kind, but she had a mini skirt on. Don't you know that? You should figure in today's world we live in, they want females to cover up because we're objectifying women in video games, apparently. So females, if we wear revealing anything, sometimes that's pretty much saying that you that. I don't want to hear you
You
because
keep going in and out.
the old days actually fought for us to wear what we want. We are females. We can do what we want. We're not controlled by anyone. So they totally completely forgetting that. They can say they're not if they would like. But if you want to tell a female what she should wear and you keep covering females up because a male may look at them, that's not her problem. That would be his problem. So what you're doing, you can say what you want. Oh, we're doing it because I don't want to hear you. Because if it's a female, well, somebody made a character, blah, blah, blah. Well, then leave characters alone then if they're not real. You can't have it one way or the other and say, well, we're doing it because that's a character and they're being objectified. Well, it's a fake fictional character, so okay. Like, okay. So what they did was they put her pants on. And the only way you could get her outfit if you get the collector's edition and you could get the somewhat old outfit, because obviously wearing a skirt is wrong. Because if you're a female wearing a skirt, someone's trying to objectify you. Like I couldn't have chose to wear a skirt because I like wearing skirts. That's wrong. I can't wear skirts. Oh, don't have cleavage. That's wrong. Covers up. Let's all wear burqas because we're females. No one should see the body. No one should see the body. Like it's getting ridiculous. That type of setting, they have put that into that because the people involved in the game now felt that females should be covered up. It's not realistic that she'd be wearing a skirt because she's obviously a cop. I'm like, she was off duty. What do you mean?
I mean, I can understand the whole like suits of armor thing. Like, you're not gonna go in a bikini into the middle of a war.
Right. But see, they also wrong about that. They're a little wrong about that too, because back in the past, females then when they did fight, they had females or fighters. A female actually would be somewhat at an advantage by not having as much on. Not to mention our bodies wouldn't carry the same weight, be able to carry the same weight of the armor. So our armor would be made differently. Also, wearing less would be an advantage because if they're fighting a male, he might be distracted and you could kill him. Yeah. So females would use their bodies. It's true. Females would use their bodies as weapons because it would distract the male and he'd be dead. So them saying, "Oh, a female would go into battle with almost nothing on," like she'd win easier back then. Her trying to carry the heavy weight of a male's armor is stupid.
Well, I think some of it too is like if you look at people like Joan of Arc, she wore a full armor. So
Joan of Arc is like a totally different story because she first off, her wearing male stuff was well known. Also, that's not the norm back then. She wasn't her doing it. She was really abnormal because she'd be like, okay, the exception and the rule. She would be the exception because she was going into battle. Of course, she better be covered up with that. They weren't like, oh, yeah, Joan of Arc come out there in a bra and panties. That wasn't going to happen. She's religious, too, like extremely. No way anyone who's extremely religious is going to be showing any of their body, okay? Yeah. So, yeah, that's a whole different story. But the whole concept of them doing that whole thing, I've heard.
But more importantly, it was her choice to do it.
Right, her choice. It's not like them saying, but that's what they're doing now today. So my whole point is that they're
not telling her she have to wear that.
Don't push a narrative just because that's all you think about. It's like, don't push that narrative. And like that person saying like, oh, well, everybody in this book is pretty. And that's kind of like not believable or that's stupid or whatever. Just because what happens is with people is that it's a psychological thing. Now, rather they're in their head, some people can get past themselves, some people cannot. Okay. So I'll give you an example of that. My uncle voted for Trump. Okay. And my uncle is a Black and Mexican. Okay. Now, my thought process of why he voted for him would be, he would say, I was mixing it up. I'm like, yeah, you mixed it up real good. Just so we clear. Your background, he don't care about you. You not rich. He don't care about you. Okay. So he don't care what color you are when it comes down to that. Now, if you rich, he ain't got nothing to say. But you not rich, just so we clear. And you Mexican and Black. So you Mexican. So the thing I'm saying here is that his reasoning, he can say what he want. Okay. He ain't gonna tell the truth because people doing psychological thing, they don't know. Reason why, if your daddy left you when you were young and he was Mexican, that would make me think that you might have something against Mexican people, probably because it's a daddy issue in the back of your head that, yeah, I don't want them coming here. And he said he would make sure that the border's going to be this and he going to stop that. In the back of your head, that's really what you wanted. You don't care what else he doing because he got that one thing that you really, really liked, but it's psychologically an issue with your daddy issues. Okay. So
I know you saying that, and I know somebody who did exactly that.
And I'm just saying that was his
exactly
it's a
that.
mental thing. So what he did was he took what he was feeling emotionally, but he won't admit it because he's that old style, like I'm a man, I ain't crying, I ain't gonna show no emotion types. Look, it was that. I don't care what nobody say because you got daddy issues. I already know about it. All right. So that's really why you did, because you don't like nothing else. So that's why you felt that way. So what he did was the mental part took over, and that's the real reason. So when people are reading a book and they're like, well, too many pretty people here, maybe you don't like people who are pretty to you, because again, you find whoever is pretty as pretty. So maybe you don't feel pretty. Maybe you have a thing about looks. Now, what you're doing is putting this on this writer who wrote a story, and then you're saying this is pretty bad in this book because all these characters are attractive. You talking about yourself. You talk about your issues with people who are attractive, and don't tell me I don't have no problem with people that's attractive, but you bringing up an issue in a book that's not an issue. Everybody,
Yeah, but
and
that's true. But that does still make me sad though, because again, I didn't do that.
I know.
I
even
didn't.
Even if you did, even if you were like, oh, all these
But
people
even
are
if I
pretty,
did, but I
and this
didn't.
person gonna be pretty, that don't matter to that person. They can't see past that. Just by Aaliyah at the beginning saying these boys are really pretty, must have to be pretty to get in this school. Never heard nothing else ever again. This in that person's head.
And she was being a smart ass about it because she only met 3 boys.
Mm-hmm. That obviously meant everybody.
You know what I'm saying? And she was like, damn. But she met, and it was funny because she met 3 in a row, and they were like, damn, these, what's up with this school? Like, she was still making her generalization, what people do. She was making her assessment, what people do. And she was like, this is the 3rd boy. Now, come on, that flip. This boy, look at him. You must, and she was making a flip statement to herself. She didn't say it to anybody that, damn, you must got to be a good looking boy to get into the school because all the boys, and she ran into a couple girls too, and there was no comment, and that was because the boys were over the top pretty.
We sprinted, talked.
Yeah.
But
the point I was trying to make is not so much that, because I don't have a problem if all your characters are attractive. I don't care. I'm not. I'll be honest.
I'll enjoy that.
Why would I want to? I'm not going to sit there and read a book where you talking about how gross and ugly everybody is.
They smell like ass.
But
Alex, I'm
I
put that in there.
Do that.
Yeah.
I guess that's why I'm having. That's
yeah, because either way,
like
it's a personal issue with it. So I was thinking, if you feel that way, that's fine. But don't say it's something that's wrong, because it's not wrong to have nothing but pretty people in your book. Or people always say like, this is a cliche, and I think that this is lame and this is overdone. I'm like, stop talking right now to me.
Oh, I had someone tell me, because I used the line, a single tear went down their face, because that's literally what happened in that moment.
Right.
And they're like, that's a cliche. I'm like, but that's literally what happened.
All right. If they're going to start doing that, life is a cliche. So, okay, boom.
Like, my ass is a cliche. My black ass
you know what I would have said to that? I was like, yeah, it is a cliche. There's nothing wrong with that cliche, though.
Nobody don't.
It is.
Yeah. All right. First off, I'm going to make a video of like that. I bust your bubble that there is no such thing as a cliche.
The solitary tear going down the side of the face.
Cares. Like, there's no cliche. Because guess what?
Like
everything happens and everything repeats and things happen multiple times. And these things exist and these things exist multiple times. So guess what? Doesn't make it clear. Stop using that word. It's a
right.
Stop it. Oh man, I've seen this in this book. Multiple books, many times. It must be a cliche. I'm like, would you stop talking, please?
That's what Dan Brown was saying. He was like, let me tell y'all something about being a writer. And I've written, several books, I make a living. Mm-hmm. And he was like, you're not gonna create nothing new. You just have to find another way to say it.
And even if you did, don't try to do that. Right. Like, just write what you comes to you. Write what you write. Don't worry if it's new or not. Still write it.
And that's the thing is that most fan bases like that stuff. They like these cliches because cliches and tropes cross over. Oh my God, mind blown.
Well, no, people don't understand what the word trope means. They hear the word trope and they think, oh, that's bad. Every single thing that you write, you have a trope. If you write a story about 2 people, star-crossed lovers, that's a trope. Anything, whatever your story is about, you at least got one trope, and probably more.
Yeah, I don't care if mine did. They can just whatever.
They are not bad. they all do. It's not that a trope is a bad. It's the fact that when people get like, the trope that got harped on the most in the past decade has been the love triangle.
Oh yeah, I
And
heard
everybody's
people
like,
saying about that.
Yeah, I can't deal with the love triangle anymore.
Where the
But
love triangle,
write whatever the hell you want.
That's just it. That's just it.
This
So
right
love
what you want. Like
triangle
if you
was
okay,
so
like if you don't like love triangle,
prevalent.
and it's obviously this book is about a love triangle, you know what you probably should do? Like not read it.
Or write your own love triangle.
But
That's correct. Like I'm
Like,
doing.
oh man, this
But
movie
that's the
is
point.
about a love triangle. You know what? Don't watch it. Like it's
Right?
real easy. I'm just
That's
saying.
the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, I got a
So
little
people-
bit in
people
backstory
got
in book 2.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
A lot
Oh, yeah,
of
yeah.
people got tired of everything that was coming out was a love triangle, so that trope had got so overdone that it went into cliche mode. That's when, and so then that slowed down a little bit. Then people started getting tired of,
Like,
now every damn book is a zombie book, every story is a zombie story, and blah blah blah. And then that went into cliche mode. But that's what people, where they get it mixed up. There's nothing wrong with tropes. There is a time, like back when Twilight came out, that every book after Twilight, it was vampires hooking up with humans.
well, it's
And
kind of
that
like you
went into
find a
cliche
trend
mode.
and people ride it.
And see, that's the thing I want
Right.
people to focus on. It's not the tropes or the cliches that are a problem. It's everybody wanting to get on this trend.
Because
If
it's a
you're
trend.
so busy
Hey.
getting on a trend, you're never going to be
Look,
a trendsetter.
Let me tell you right now. Yeah, if you if you had a vampire story after Twilight came out, that was the time to release it because it was going to do good no matter what. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, as far as a marketing person and sales, it was smart to release your book during
And that's fine, but I mean, it went on forever.
Yeah,
Like-
especially if you could write it like real quick and release it. But
Yeah.
if you take like 4 or 5
Or
years,
if you
to do
already
Yeah,
had it,
that-
if you
that's
already
true.
had it, and it was like
You missed
strike
it.
while
Yeah.
the iron
You
is
missed that
hot,
wave.
I get that.
But like, I'm that person who
Wait
I
till it
don't
comes
really
back.
I don't
Yeah, it'd be like
jump
a
on
circus.
trending things. I write what I write. I will set a trend. That's what I plan to do. So that's just me.
Hey, nothing wrong
Me
with that.
personally, if I had a vampire story that was ready enough, I'd have put it out when that shit was going down, because that would have been
Of course, that
striking
would have
while
been
the
time.
iron is hot.
Marketing and
But
sales, I can tell you that
I
would have been time.
I would never go, oh, okay, you know what's hot right now?
And write it.
Not apocalypse stories. What's the other one? What is it called?
Dystopian?
Yeah, right next. Oh, dystopian is hot as hell.
Let me do
so
that.
I'm going to write a dystopian story. No, that's some bullshit right there. I would
People do that all the time. Let's see.
Well, I
Heather.
mean, it's kind of like my Hopeless Scars. It came out the month during a pandemic.
Yeah, somebody
That
said
was by accident.
Oopsies. You how you supposed to know that was coming? You always
No,
writing it.
you know damn well your ass planned that shit,
Yep.
Alex.
I
Yeah,
planned it.
you knew about the pandemic last year. You was writing it. You was like, what?
Yep. I'm like,
you ahead of the game.
I
You
knew.
knew everything.
I
Oh,
knew.
how dare you not tell us in Paris? I could have went and got all the TP.
I'm
All
so
the TP.
sad right
All the
now. I was
TP.
already. I
Here's
was
a
feeling so
spoiler.
good.
They don't run
I'm
out of
so
TP,
sad.
guys.
Wow, it
I don't
must
know.
not be
I'm so good.
must not be based in America.
It's
then.
not bad. It's not bad enough.
It's an alternate US. That must be not a current US apparently. Yeah, Leora.
I need to get out of this mood because I'm so sad right now.
Heather. Oh, don't be sad. Heather.
No being
I
sad.
am. I really am sad that somebody who knows me would say something like that.
No,
Like, did you
don't be
really
sad about
pay
that.
attention?
Don't be
People
sad.
are gonna have their own
That's
opinion
sad.
about it.
That's
I
petty.
honestly, I told them I was just like, that's not what she was doing, and that was the end of the conversation.
Look, that's a good thing. That means everybody was pretty, at least to this person.
I don't see anything wrong with everybody being pretty, whether
I
you
don't
did it on
see
purpose or
anything
not.
wrong with everybody being pretty. I don't have a problem with that.
Well, we
I
don't have a
just-
problem
I'm
with
just
pretty
saying
people now, do we?
Yes, no, we don't.
That's
Especially
somebody
naked
doing
pretty
that
people.
and it wasn't true.
True.
It wasn't
I like
true.
naked
That's
pretty
the only
people,
problem I'm
too.
saying.
A dude be taking his shirt off and be like, "Oh my god, look at the
They
back."
go, you can come over here.
No,
Oh,
he's not. No, I come over there. Yeah, Heather. Yes, that I do know that the women definitely wore armor, but I was like, when they do that in movies and they be like, put the male armor on the women, I'm like, that's stupid.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, if it's made for women, that's
It
fine.
would-
But like,
It
my
wouldn't.
thing was like, some of these games were getting a little over the top, but it wasn't just the outfits; it was the anatomy was a little over the top.
Oh well,
too.
they want it to actually be over the top. It's supposed
But the anatomy was over the top for
I
the men
mean,
as
it's
well.
called
I'm just
fantasy.
saying,
Like,
let's be
why is
real.
people just trying to? That's what I'm saying. If it's fantasy, stop bringing your own personal human, real, grounded in reality bullcrap to fantasy and fiction. Stop doing it. If you want to do that, write that then. But if it's like somebody made a video game or somebody did this and they're like getting butt hurt because this woman, her butt cheeks hanging out and she half naked and she got little pasties on or whatever the case may be, why are you mad? Don't try to go that you care. It's like when they throw out, oh, I care about the children, whenever people say something about something to make everybody get on board or whatever. Oh, I care about the children. Like, you don't care about no children, so stop. Okay. But they want to throw that on board, like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, and this game needs to get cover up. Yeah, they go.
No, that's a bit much.
They going too far. It'll be okay. Let's say take a game from Japan that.
Why y'all get her mad?
Look, don't get me mad. Actually, when we talk about covering females up, that's gonna get me mad. But they'll have a female, and she just have like, okay, she got clothes, she got shorts on and a shirt, but it shows cleavage, and they'll put like a band across her cleavage, like we need to wear burqas or something. They're like, well, Japanese people, they always got to be doing that. I'm like, stop saying racist words out your mouth because that's what you sound like right now. Oh, they're racist. Like, I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you, so stop talking.
Right.
Okay. When you start saying a race of people do this specific thing and it always this or they pedophiles and they're this and that. I don't want to hear you because you need to sit your racist self down and check yourself because you in the closet racist. Okay. I'm just letting you know that's what you are. Bye.
Right.
So that covering up thing that they do to censor, these are adults playing these games, mind you. Adults. Because these games are M-rated. M-rated. Why do I need you to censor me as an adult? I don't, because the adults looking at porn and stuff. What? I don't need you to censor me. Those games aren't even children.
I never watched porn in my life.
I know there are plenty of adults that do that wouldn't do well.
Wait,
otherwise.
you've never watched porn in your life? Is that what you said?
I never watched porn.
I've watched enough for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, Alec will watch all of it for us.
I watched all of it.
Alec not listening to me.
Look, that is
I never seen no dirty pictures.
Okay, I'll have to look after that. You and I.
Oh my god.
You and I in the same boat. Neither
sarcasm.
But I don't need to because I don't really want to watch. I just want to be a part of what's going on. Like I don't need.
Oh no, I was being a smart ass.
She was being a smart ass. I got it.
I am not. I have never watched porn. So I would say I don't really need to because I just want to be having sex. I don't need to be.
I would love to be having sex, but that's not happening right now. Okay.
That's why I never needed it. I never needed it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe if I ever need it, then I could go to it. But that's what I'm saying. Like adults don't need to be censored. I don't need you to censor me. It's not going to put it in a kid's game anyway. Now, when you got M-rated games, why do these people think that they have a right to censor an adult? You don't need to be looking at that. You need to be looking at that cleavage. You need to be looking at that.
Because America.
Yeah, America.
Okay.
Nudity is not okay. We're cool with blowing someone up and destroying them and shooting them up.
Blood splattering everywhere.
Naked bodies? No, that's a big
nope.
no. Don't be doing that here.
Nope. Oh, here's another fucking rant. Okay, so one of my friends.
Oh my lord, y'all turned the whole end of it into
rant. Apparently, if you put it under the category of gay fiction, it's automatically considered erotica on Amazon. Like, what the fuck is that? Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, like in the male genre.
About that.
Yeah, in the male genre.
Yeah.
Every time an author puts their book in gay fiction, that specific tag, Amazon puts it under erotica automatically.
All right, but if something falls under erotica, the only way you can find it is if you know to be looking for it.
Yeah, that's the problem. My friend, like I'm saying,
I found titles that were gay and teenage stuff too, that were gay, like male, female, that came up in searches, so they couldn't have been erotica because.
Well, no, I'm not saying the genre in general. I'm saying specifically the tag has to say gay fiction, the actual tag.
Because
it's like a foghorn to put it in erotica.
So one of the tags that will fall under erotica, even if it fell under like fantasy or whatever, saying that one of the tags probably would be erotica just because it's male, right? Is that what you saying?
Yeah, yeah. Like
That's
specifically, it's
not
pretty much what
cool.
I'm saying is
That's
it
not cool.
specifically says gay fiction. That's the tag, and for some reason, it sets off a chain reaction on Amazon where it gets pushed into erotica, even though it has nothing to do with erotica.
Yeah, because they are
That's not
streaming.
cool.
That's what that is.
Yeah, it is fucking
Well, then don't
homophobic as
use
hell.
that. Don't use that tag until that shit get fixed. Now.
Yeah, like one of my author friends had to remove her book and put it back.
If I was writing a book that was male, female, I'm using this for instance. Like if I was writing that, I would put gay fiction, right? I mean,
yeah, everybody does that, but that's what happens.
It automatically puts it like a chain in it, like, oh, here's erotica.
Yeah, so now none of us do. Like,
man, somebody be mad.
Doesn't.
Somebody would be mad. They would like get this. Oh, it's under erotica, and it'd be like nothing in there.
Yeah.
When's it going? Something going to happen?
Oh, and here's another thing that's going to grind your gears. Apparently, Amazon will not allow you to publish taboo fiction if anywhere in the blurb or on the cover it shows any sense of incest. They will not allow you to publish it on Amazon.
They won't.
They will completely remove your book.
No, well, Amazon also what they won't do is if you have like if let's say you did write an erotica, which is okay to have, and as long as people are over 18, it's okay to have hardcore people getting down, but your cover better not show specific things. And one of the things that I found out was that have you've seen books where like you might see a girl and a guy in the shot. I'm saying girl and a guy because I specifically want to talk about boobs right now, and the guys like the guy's hand is covering her boobs, so you can't see her boobs.
Oh yeah.
They won't put that cover. You can't. Your book won't get shown unless you write in the exact title of that book and the person who wrote it. Like you have to specifically be looking for it.
Yep. Well, I mean, it goes as far as even just a guy, shirtless guy in a sexy pose. Yeah.
No. Yeah, and you know how some guys, if they have on a pair of low cut jeans and they got that V.
Oh my God, on the V.
Oh my God, that V.
I love the V.
No hand. They tell you right off the bat. Not that you can't have that cover if that's the cover you want, but your shit will not go through the search engine world of Amazon. Somebody has to know that your book is out there and then go, let me type in Alec Williams. Oh God, look at that bod. And that's how you'll get to see it. It will not come up any other way. And so you have to look at Amazon. If you notice, you know what I did with Encounters. Did you notice that Encounters don't have nobody on it? Oh. It is a black book.
And I mean, it's not all books with like people on it. It's the pose and the situation.
So I have a cover, a pre-made that I had purchased that has it's called so I'm in the title. It's like I think I can't remember the guy's Dante's something, but it's a romance novel. But the cover is a guy's back, as you see, but he doesn't have a shirt on, so it's his back.
Yeah, that's fine.
On, and then the woman's legs is around him though, and you can't really.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that one might be a problem. However,
no, that one might be that'll be fine because when I've done searches, I've seen those kind of covers come.
Well, a lot of it's not just the cover; it's a combination. If Amazon sees the cover and reads the blurb, and there's anything about it that's in like,
I knew
it's the both together. So
that whole bra, the hand bra.
Yeah,
hand bra.
Hand bra. I want
right. And you can't.
We all have a
hand bra. Make it.
So can I have a hand jock strap?
No, you cannot. And you better not. If you show a guy, you can show a bulge in some jeans to a certain degree, but there better not be no imprints of no.
Oh, I love some imprints.
Leora popped back. Leora, you popped back in.
I ain't gonna lie though.
152 words. Good job.
I want that on my cover. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't want that on my cover.
Yeah, hell, some people do get hung up on tropes. They really do. They really need to stop with that.
Yeah, but if I will let you know that if you ever write a book that's like a taboo nature, go to Smashwords. Smashwords will let you publish anything.
Okay, I know I have one. So
all of my stuff is taboo, so I've been lucky so far, but I've been careful about the words I use too.
Yeah,
I'm not being careful at all.
Well, one of the ways that authors get around it, because some of the books still are like incestuous on Amazon, what they do is they put at the bottom, this book is of a taboo nature, and they keep the blurb vague.
Yeah, they kind of have to keep it vague. I know an author that I've read that hers is taboo, and she says hers on Etsy. She sells hers on Etsy, and I think she does have one, but her blurb is a little bit different when she got it on Amazon. So yeah, I guess that would make sense why.
Yeah, but Smashwords, they have a lot of good books on there, so if you need to, just go there.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that heads up. Heather said, I had my idea for my book a long time ago, and now that so many are writers now, and also there's so much fantasy, I get worried. Well,
Heather, do not get worried. This is the beautiful thing about books. You can't have too many books out.
Yeah, no.
Like literally.
Nope.
And your book is not my
book. Actually, as a reader, an avid reader like me, I go after books that's similar to what I read.
Right. Like, if I like fantasy, I'm gonna want your book.
Like,
do you know how oversaturated the male romance genre is? I mean, we are highly saturated.
Hey, that's
but
good.
But our readers literally created a group called Male Rec, where all they do is recommend male romances. These people want you to make all of this stuff over and over.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't say like people say, "Oh, this is too cliche." People want that because I read books like when I found the series, it's like somewhat connected, like two different authors who write the stuff, and I can't remember the exact name. I think it's what's her name? What is her name? Because Charlene Kean, she does one that's like it's connected, but it's like it's different character inside each book, but they interconnect because some of them are in some of the other books and stuff like that. So you always want to read the next one. But then there's another author, Amanda Ashley. She does similar with her series. So I found that because I was reading that one, and I found this other series is similar style of writing. So that's people who read series and stuff like that and read certain genres. They're looking for something that's similar to what they read. Because when you watch a really good movie or a really good like show, you end up trying to find something that, especially if you loved it, you try to find something that's similar to it because you go chasing after things like that made you feel good.
Yeah, and that's the point of that is, Heather, please write it. Don't be worried at all, because if it's an audience out there looking to whatever your genre is, then the more they have of it, the happier they are. Please. If I read Danny's book and I'm like, I'm hungry for some more, I'll be like looking for you. Where you at, Heather?
Yeah, exactly.
Be published.
Yeah. Don't be worried, be published. Yep, you did get the email done while listening to our conversation. Good. And Leora did pop back in, so I got 152 words. Good job. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap
because Leora is working.
Yes.
And we're just like,
well, I'm not writing anyway, but DL got words.
Hey, I got over 2,000 words today, so I'm good.
I know you did. Hey, you relaxing. It's time to chill. But go ahead and do our outro for a little while. Let's see. Aphrodite, you want to do your outro?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be depressed for a while.
Oh,
don't do it.
Don't do it. No.
It hurts.
No, listen. Did we just not talk about the review thing? No.
Yeah, but we're not talking about somebody that's my friend who said something like that and didn't say it to me.
Because you would feel that way.
Well, I mean, they weren't like a close friend. You just know them.
They're not your friend, first off. Calm down.
You don't know.
I'm throwing that word around. That word is not to be thrown around. People need to stop that. Like, I'm your friend. Like, no, you're not.
I don't mean it in a review kind of way. I just mean it. I mean it in a pointed kind of way, since I just feel like I didn't do that. So why say that?
Well, because that's the way the person felt. That's just the way they felt. But, I mean, it's one of the things for them to say.
I mean, they still read the book and enjoyed it. That was just what comment they made.
I mean, that's a good comment in my opinion. Everybody pretty good, yay!
Yeah, good. Get on top of me.
A lot of them.
When you read Gemini Rising and everybody pretty, and you say that, then I'm gonna be like, "Yup."
I'm not trying to be funny,
but it wasn't true. It shattered.
Listen. I would give a fuck. Because guess what? It don't matter. Because guess what? If they think that the people are all pretty, then okay, that's a plus. Like, what's wrong with people being pretty? Why is this a thing nowadays? Everybody like, oh yeah, we can't have people pretty. So what's the alternative? Oh, you want people just to look basic? Are you talking
I
about
want everybody to be pretty. That's more people to pick from.
I mean, I understand that it's
I
part of
know.
the
I
narrative.
know. I'm not. Don't pay me no mind. I'm just saying. It
Yeah,
just makes me.
but don't be.
It
It's
just makes me
whatever.
sad.
And as I said, I'm almost done with another email. Yeah, good job. Do it. Do it all. Do all the work.
Yep.
But anyway, I guess I could do Aphrodite's outro for her because she's awesome and she wrote Shattered and she wrote Encounter. So if you want to get your sexy on, you should.
And I need the next one. What is it? Stained. I'm still waiting.
Oh yeah, all the books are gonna be good. So Shattered, you can get both of those on Amazon, and you can get yours at Barnes and Noble yet? Can you?
Barnes and Noble's they reached out to me.
Yeah, I remember
Barnes and Noble's reached out to me and they were like, "Hey, you want to get with us?" So
yeah, so that'll be coming soon. But check it out on Amazon.
When I get internet back,
and then you can hit her up on any of her social medias. I have the links below. Check those out. Her website stuff is down there too. So, but yeah, check out Aphrodite Lee. She good. If you're not subscribed to her channel, please go subscribe to the channel. All right, Alec, you want to go and grab your outro?
Oh, yeah. I'm Alec. I went right under the pen name of Alec Williams. I'm the author of Immortal Scars and Hopeless Scars that are both available on Amazon. I am about to publish Shameful Scars sometime in June. I'm not 100% sure. Just if you want to know more about that, you can just follow me on all my social media stuff.
Oh, yeah. All right, DL.
I'm D.L. Stewart. I write adult medieval fantasy. My debut novel, The Battle for Medagore, is currently available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Books Depository, and a bunch of other places. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Patreon, website, YouTube channel, all that fun stuff. Everything's D.L. Stewart author. And next week on my write-in Sunday, I'm doing another gauntlet. So.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
I might not. I don't know.
I'll have to try to jump in on that. So
I might have to show up too, just so I can instigate.
Yeah, last time it was yours and Aphrodite's idea, and then Aphrodite showed up late, and you were asleep the whole time.
Yeah, I was.
I know, but that was
it's sad.
That was unforeseen shit. I'm sorry, and just like I'm now in unforeseen shit because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it next week.
I know.
I'm sure I'll do more later.
DL's not going away. He'll be doing them.
He'll be here forever.
Yeah. He's always coming at us with them guns. I'm definitely
wearing that damn shirt.
Sunday. I'm making sure I'm clear so I can do that. I need to start. It's April, so I have to get started. All right.
I wish Danny had her shirt on.
I know mine's in the wash, but I'll have it on next time.
I can't wait to get mine. I'm gonna be so excited.
I have it on Tuesday next week. I will. All right. So as you know, I'm Arthur DL Tillery, and this is my channel. We do these streams every Tuesday. I'm hosting them mostly all right now until Aphrodite's internet is back on. And yeah, we like to get it written, but we also like to chat because we're writers and we got a lot to say. I'm just saying.
We got a lot to say. Except for Stewie.
He says when he needs to, because he can go for a while. I'm just saying, listen. He does. He talks for a while. We've seen that. It's true.
It's 8 hours. He knows how to talk.
you know he do. So, yeah, and then I do videos on Saturday. Mistress of Horror, which the new one will be coming out. I missed a Saturday that passed because a lot of stuff was going down. But I do have a new episode that will be coming on Saturday. It's always about horror, rather it be writing, video games, or film. Always about the stories of horror in those aspects. And yeah, check me out. I have my website below, all my social medias. Please go follow me because I have an amazing story that's coming out really soon. So you guys can be all on that. I'm releasing a whole bunch of stuff so you can find out about it. So when I get to the final stages of pre-ordering, you'll be on the same page. Alrighty, we will see you on Sunday with Stewart writing, and then we will see you again here Tuesday next week.
Yep.
See you guys. Thanks for joining. Bye. Oh, I'm sorry, Heather, I answered your question. When is your stream?
It should be 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
I usually do mine on Sundays.
Yeah, but you can find his channel. His channel link is below. So if you want to check him out, then do that. And you can ring that bell so you'll know when he's uploading new videos.
And when his face shows up.
And streams. All right. See you guys later. Bye.